Okay. Everybody's in roll 20. All right, we're good to go then. To pick up where we left off last time, Fox was knocked unconscious after his repeated bouts in the fighting pits, and we the party hauled him back through the streets of Basat back to your room to head to bed for the day. And so I believe we're waking up, yeah?
Yes, unless anyone wanted to do anything.
This is still nighttime though, right?
I think, yeah. So if anyone wants to do anything, I'll allow some time because I don't quite remember if we actually went to sleep or not.
No, I think last time the hope was to still have the nighttime.
Perfect, yeah. Okay, then you
I
guys.
think we were gonna go check out the pipes, right?
Yeah.
Or
right.
the mansion.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, then it's still nighttime.
Does Fox wake up at this point, or is this just him pass out of the bed and he's just going to be there for the rest of the night?
If it is the nighttime, then no, he has not woken up yet.
Okay. Well, Ender, Perry, you guys want to get out of here, check out more, maybe the manor. Ender, if you want to go back to the gutters, or because like Fox is in no shape to be with us right now.
It's past curfew, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not the most stealthy of people, so I don't know if I'm the greatest person to be walking around at night.
Would we want then to plan for tomorrow then at this point? If we need to check out a certain place, we do need to see Sig at some point tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I think if we wait until Fox is recovered and then maybe we plan from there.
Okay. I think that sounds good to us, but we were able to make some coin before Fox lost, so that's ultimately good for the rest of us. But how did everyone else feel about the pits?
I mean, we accomplished what we set out to do, right?
Yeah. I mean, well, I guess we'll find out tomorrow if we really got anything done. Or if him just getting knocked out was for nothing. But I'm ready to get out of here. I'm ready for Sig to give us something that we can use, something substantial, that this was worth it in a way.
Definitely.
All right. I'm gonna Proper goes back to his bed and pass him for the night.
You going to bed?
Yep.
All right.
I'm gonna say my prayer to Brava.
Typically those are done in the morning because the sun is rising, but I don't think I corrected you before. I just kind of let you do it. But typically Brava prayers are in the morning when the sun rises.
Okay. Interesting.
As she's the goddess of the sun.
I will start doing that. I will start doing.
No, no worries. I should have corrected you earlier and I didn't. Okay then. So we all go to bed and wake up in the morning to our usual knock on the door. All right, fresh meats, fishing time.
All right. Fox, you up?
So Fox, when you do wake up today, you have a splitting headache, but are otherwise fit for action.
Cool. How do I rotate my character?
I'll do it for you.
Cool. Thank you.
A little bit more. There you go. So at the door again, as usual, is Barrow with his fistful of fishing rods. He takes a look at the group as you open the door. His eyes settle on Fox and he goes, "That's quite a shiny you got there," nodding towards your eye, which is currently quite blackened.
I'm not even gonna look at him. I'm just gonna stare at the ground, pick out my pole, and just keep walking.
He says, "All right, wounded pride. I get how it is. I get how it is." He hands you the fishing rod and lets you pass him.
Ender, why are you always in the way? No, stop following me.
We're all going to the same place. What are you talking about? Actually, hang on. Before we go, do we need to go talk to your best friend about the object she holds?
Brill is busy today. We can go later because she's probably busy. And I don't want to scare her like I usually do.
All right. Guess we're going to fish.
All right. So you make your way back to the square, and all is as it usually is. There doesn't seem to be anything out of the ordinary today.
Just want to get through this part. Just want to go on as quickly as we can.
All right. I'll fast check you to the beach if you're okay with that then.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry. I didn't mean that. Like actually, I just meant that. As Proud was saying that.
Ah. Okay. Well, if you want to go back to Zigtown, that's okay. But
I mean, as long as nothing like extreme happens.
No,
I
the
think
guards
we're fine.
eye you as usual, but they let you pass because they've seen you before. They know exactly why you're here, so they allow you to pass by.
We gotta come back anyways later. It's fine.
All right. Let's go. Let's go catch
Hey,
these things.
Before we start fishing, I'm gonna walk over to where I buried the cuff bracelet thing, and just check to see if it's undisturbed.
It's still there.
Not trying to stare too much at it, just glancing about.
Ender, should I go out and grab the other one real quick?
No, I think we should leave it there until we know we need it for another reason.
All right. I'm gonna go fish in this spot then.
All right, let's go fishing then.
I will attempt to fish today.
Okay, let's handle Proud first because I know he's gonna do his shape water trick again.
Yeah. So with the shape water trick, I still rolled a 2.
You rolled a 2.
Yeah. Were we doing the D20 still, or are we just
Yep.
catching a
Yep.
fish? Okay.
Same as always. So with a 2, you do not find anything today. So let's move on to Fox then. Roll a D12. Sorry.
7.
7. Okay, so today you have you pull up a silvery blue fish, and as you actually touch it off the end of your fishing rod to pick it up, it's very cold, and it's a rather like small and thin blue fish. So Ender, let's do some fishing.
I
D12.
rolled a 3 on my D12.
All right, I believe you caught this one before. It's the medium-sized brownish gray cod.
Okay.
And periwinkle, you're fishing as well?
Are we we're doing D12s?
Yep.
Mm, 2.
2?
Mhm.
Okay. So you pull up almost as soon as it leaves the water. The whole surrounding area, and you can smell it as well, is filled with a rather noxious smell. And the fish itself it looks kind of sickly and green.
Ew.
What the fuck did you catch?
I don't know, guys. I'm not very good at fishing, so like I just kind of throw my rod into the water. Oh, I meant not the rod. I mean the little string that is attached to the rod. I throw it and then I try to catch uh the fish, but this does not look like a fish.
I really love that visual of Periwinkle just whipping the entire rod into the water.
Uh, can I go over and see if I can determine if the fish is like naturally corrosive, or I guess, or like if it's sick for some reason?
So it's still flopping around. It hasn't quite died yet, but it doesn't appear to actually be sick. If you roll a medicine check, I can tell you more.
Okay. Not bad. And 18.
Oh yeah, that'll do it. So in fact, from this you can tell that the fish is not sick. This is its natural state.
Okay, interesting.
So after it's been out of the water for a while, Proud and Fox, you start to smell it as well.
Perry, what did you catch?
Actually, like I said, I don't really know what kind of fish this is. I just kind of threw the stick. Oh, I meant the string on the stick into the water, and I'm just not quite sure what I caught. I caught something this time again,
Maybe we
which
should
I'm
keep
proud of.
that fish away from the other fish we got.
But
Yeah,
like, why? Why do you have to be so discriminatory against this fish? This
I
fish is
mean,
fine.
I wonder. I'd like to roll to see if I can correlate that with the gutters. Like if if it's a similar smell.
Different stench.
Okay.
Guys, why don't we keep this fish? Somebody has a bucket, and then I can take this fish to Ender's girlfriend, and maybe she can tell us what it is because she's always picking up seaweed.
I don't know if that really makes her expert on fish, though.
She's water woman. She goes into water, she picks up seaweed, she walks in water all the time.
That's airtight logic.
It definitely is.
I mean, sure, we can do that, I guess, if you want to.
Ender, what's wrong? Did you have fights with your girlfriend?
I mean, really, she's not even my girlfriend. You just kind of assume that to be true, but I mean, she's friendly enough. We can go talk to her again if you want.
Maybe it can be a gift of courting. Something to show romantic interest.
I mean,
I'm gonna like skip over to
Ah,
Ender and I'm gonna be
okay.
like, Ender, you spill it. I think you got into a fight with your girlfriend.
I just look up at the sun. I'm like, Brava, are you like punishing me for something? What did I do wrong?
Did he say karma or did he say brava?
Brava, you know the god I worship? And I just point up at the sun above us.
You
Uh,
worship someone, Ender? Oh, I've not been paying attention this whole entire time. I thought the cloak was just for show, because you're so cool
Thank you. I appreciate that.
and mysterious.
Okay, so you spend the rest of the time fishing, and you find what you find. So I think you have 3 fish,
Yep.
and the morning starts to end. So you pack up your fishing rods, and what do you do now?
Okay, before we leave, how long is the... Well, okay, first off, is the fishing rod lining actual, like, fishing line, or is it just, like, what is it made of?
It's not like a strong fishing line. It's just a relatively cheap version of it. Just some old string.
Okay. How long is it, then? From, like,
Um,
the end of the rod to the hook.
so if you were standing here, it would probably reach about here-ish. Past the end of the screen, maybe a couple more squares. It's not super long, but it's not super short.
Okay, is it tied to the rod, or is it like how is it woven to the end of the rod?
It's crudely tied to the end of the rod. It would be untieable if that's what you're asking.
Okay, I walk over to Proud. Hey, Proud, do you have your knife on you?
I do, yeah. What do you need?
Okay. I start to untie the string from the end of the rod,
Okay.
and then I ask Proud to cut about 18 inches or so
Mhm.
worth of string off of the lining.
All right. Yeah. Do as Ender says. Just cut. Just like.
And then I'm gonna tie the string back onto the rod as if nothing had happened.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna place that string into my sock along with my gold.
All right.
Alright. I have an idea for that later, but
Okay.
that's it.
All right. So it's up to you guys where you go now.
Should we dump this fish off before the smell gets to us, and then go back to Sigtown?
I mean, the smell has gotten to you. It's a little past that point.
Hey, maybe they won't call us fresh meat now, though.
They'll call us dead fish. It's not any better.
That's fair. Alright.
All right. Let's go.
Come on, Perry.
Oh no, my mouse is doing that thing again.
You can use the arrow keys. Don't forget if you click on your character. Oh, hang on. I'll move you guys. Oh, he doesn't want to come. There we go.
I'm gonna, I'm gonna walk over. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna walk over to Presley and try to schedule a meeting with Sig later.
Okay. Presley and all the other thugs as well. They, as you walk past them, they kind of instinctively start to cover their noses.
Yeah, we found some pretty crap fish in the ocean. Don't worry. Hopefully, it doesn't get in any food that any of you eat. But you, Presley, we're hoping to have a meeting with Sig later today. That's all right.
Yeah, I know you lot. You did a job for Zig earlier, yeah?
Yep.
All right. Boss man's around. You come on by later, and I'll arrange a meeting.
All right.
Don't worry, we
Good.
won't smell as bad later.
You better not.
Well, no promises on that.
The guards on either side, they cover their noses as you walk by.
Yeah. What else to do?
Speaking of girlfriends, do you want to go talk to yours, Proud?
I zoomed out.
Pretty sure we know she's playing for the different team.
That's fair.
These guards do the same thing. They what the bloody hell is that? As you walk by.
Dead meat, fish, combination of stuff. Get used to it.
So we're back in the meat market.
All right, let's get this over to Barrow.
Did we knock that guard unconscious whenever we walk by him?
he gives you like a horrified look. So Barrow he smells you before he sees you as you walk in, and he goes, "What the bloody hell are
Mr.
you?"
Butcherman, I caught special fish.
Okay, he's fully covering his nose now. Then, and he goes, "Bloody hell! Take that stinkfish out of here."
This fish is called a stinkfish, or you saying stinkfish because it's stinky fish?
No, that's what it's called.
So, you're not gonna buy stinkfish from me?
Not a chance. I want that thing out of here ASAP.
Okay, Mr. Butcherman, walk away with stinkfish.
Hey, Baro, have you ever seen a fish like that before?
Oh yeah, fresh meat bring stinkfish around here sometimes, and well, they always make the place smell even more terrible than it already smells. So, gotta get rid of them. Next time, if you catch one of them, do us all a favor, everybody in the prison, honestly, and just throw it right back in the water.
Well, I have this cod for you instead. Just slap the fish down on the table.
He'll take the card and start to pull out his pouch of gold.
I hand him the silver blue fish.
He takes it in his hand, and he feels that it's cold. And he goes, these are kind of rare. Caught yourself a frost minnow, you did.
Frost minnow. How much is a frost minnow worth compared to the cod?
Well, to be honest, you can't really eat these. So,
What?
not really worth anything to me. But
What
on
do
the
you mean you can't eat them? It's a fish.
well, I mean, unless you want your insides to freeze up, I don't think you want to eat it, water boy.
Oh. Okay. Interesting.
But I have heard that you can process them for oil, and brew yourself up some interesting things with that oil.
Hmm.
I might be able to do something with that.
Yeah, Ender, you have experience with fish oils, not this particular fish oil. As they're used in some remedies, but not this particular type of fish.
I reach out to see if Baro will give it back to us.
He hands it back to you.
Okay.
It's cold to the touch still. More so than a normal fish would be.
Not like painfully cold though.
No, it's not giving you frostbite, but it does feel like you've kind of picked up snow. So you kind of have to toss it back and forth between your two hands before they get too cold.
Okay.
Well, Belver, since we can't bring two of those, do you have anything we can store the fish in? Just put it somewhere else or in the room?
He looks around. He goes, "Well, sorry, I don't exactly have any sacks lying around." But he tosses you one gold piece for the cod that you brought in.
All right, hard day's work.
And this is a really well-paying job, guys.
He says, "Well, every fisherman has an off day. Don't sweat it, lads."
All right, who has the least amount of gold between us?
That's
I
a
know
good
I have the
question.
most.
I have 26.
22.
27.
I have 32. So whoever has 22 gets the gold.
Okay.
All right.
Fox appreciate the charity.
So, having completed your duty for Barrow for today, you are now free to do whatever you like for the rest of the day. You arranged for a meeting later, so you can go visit him later, or whenever you'd like.
I think we should go talk to Brill. We need to recollect on our promise.
You mean Sig?
No, Brill.
Oh, I think you said Barrow. Okay.
No.
Yeah, we should do that.
I don't want to put her at more of a burden than she needs to be.
All right. Perry, you ready to go see your friend?
I'm already in front of you. You guys are so slow. But like also, maybe you guys go talk to Breed and I go help wash some laundry.
Uh,
Me-
okay.
I mean, just don't get stuck there for hours on end.
I'm gonna try, but I'm gonna go wash some laundry.
Is her door closed?
Yep. Periwinkle, as soon as you walk in, Millicent overheard you talking about laundry and is standing in the doorway with a pile of laundry in her hands. Come to work.
Oh, that's creepy, Miss Laundry Master. Why? Why are you already at the door with the pile of laundry?
Oh, you know. An old woman has rather sharp ears, but I overheard you talking about laundry, so I prepped some for you. Time, time to do some good old fashioned hard work.
I see. Okay, Miss Laundry Master Lady, I'm gonna come in and help you.
She pushes the pile of laundry into your hands, and
I have a pile of laundry in my hands now. Can I pickpocket the laundry as usual?
we'll handle that at the end when you're done doing your laundry.
Okay, sweet.
So everybody else, Brill's door is closed.
I'm gonna
Alright.
knock on it just to give her some time to answer.
Yep. So you hear her little footsteps approach, and then the door swings open. Oh, hello.
Whoa, sorry your best friend couldn't join, but we wanted to come in and make up on our end of the deal.
Yeah, you see her kind of look around for Periwinkle, but she doesn't see her, and so she invites the rest of you, and she says, "Oh, come in." So she sits expectantly, waiting for you all to say something.
I close the door once we're all in
Alright.
behind us, just to make sure no one else is peering in.
Well,
So-
we're
Go ahead, Brad.
No, all right. Well, Perry or Brill, we just wanted to take these off your hands. We really appreciate you helping us out with this, and even just the small act of holding on. This is going to help us, and in turn, maybe one day we'll be able to help you when we're all out.
She goes over to her cabinet to the side and pulls out the bracelet that you had her hold on to for you. Or
Ender, you want to hold on to this since this is more your speed?
Yeah, I can hold on to it. That's fine. Brill, did you have a chance to take a better look at it?
refresh my memory. Was it a silver or bronze bracelet? It was
a
bronze.
bronze.
Okay,
with
that's
the
what I thought it
three
was.
runes on the inside.
All right. So she says, I took a look at it, but honestly, they're simple, but also complex. If that makes sense. They're just simply a bronze band with some runes in it, but unless I know the meaning of the runes, I really can't decipher how to take them off without, you know.
Right.
She makes a little explosion motion with her hands as you do that.
Yeah, that's something we want to avoid. We probably have asked you this already, but it bears repeating. Is there anyone in here in Basat that would know information about the runes? Someone we could talk to, get information out of, intimidate, even if we have to?
Well, I mean, I imagine that healer lady might know some magic, but I don't really know too much. I don't really leave my room. She looks a little embarrassed as she says that.
Right.
So, I don't really talk to many people, but I'm sure you'd be able to find somebody who can help you with magic. She kind of looks. Her eyes dart toward us, Ender, who has his silver bracelets on.
Yeah, I know. He's kind of lost too. So
I kind of like blush thinking about trying to heal Fox on the fighting pits the other day.
he is a healer, but he's a bit forgetful on some of the natures of these bands. But we appreciate you hanging on to this, and if there's something we can do to help you out in return, other than and trying to deal with a knowing glance at the last time we were in here when Misty was in here as well, then we'll help you out with too.
Well, thank you. I am happy to help you guys. I just don't want to get caught, and well, honestly, I don't want you guys to get caught either. But you understand my caution, right?
Of course, but that's not going to happen with us.
Don't worry, we're
I trust
trustworthy.
you.
We won't. Yeah, we're not gonna.
I do trust you.
Well, bro, appreciate your time. We'll let you get back to tinkering, and if we need your help, we know where to find you.
She says her goodbyes and turns back towards her work.
So are we gonna go save Periwinkle from Millicent, or are we just gonna leave her there for a couple hours?
Periwinkle, you maybe have like 2/3 of your pile left.
Can I like idly chat with Laundry Master Lady?
Yep.
Mrs. Laundry Master Lady, I have a question.
Yes.
I can't
What is it,
move
dearie?
away from my pile. So everyone was talking about fancy manor with guards and castle, and I was wondering, is there a lot of guards guarding palace full of guards? Like, are guards inside palace or they're also outside of the palace?
Well, if you're talking about a manor, I assume you mean the warden's manor, right, dearie?
Yes, that is what I'm talking about.
Well, you won't find a higher concentration of guards anywhere in the prison than in the warden's manor.
If I bring stinkfish, which I forgot is still with me, you think guards will walk away?
She
Okay.
sniffs the air and she goes, I thought I smelled something a little bit odd. Is that coming from you, dearie?
I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure because the laundry is kind of stinky as well.
She says, well, this old nose has gotten quite used to the stink of laundry, but this is certainly not that stink.
Uh, yeah, I kind of forgot to put it back in water like Mr. Butcherman was telling me to do. So, you maybe you got trash can and I can just throw it here.
Oh no, I don't want that stinky fish in my laundry room.
Okay, well, I'm not done with this laundry, but can I go now so I can
I'll
throw my
finish the laundry.
stinkfish?
Please, just take that fish away from here.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, bye, Miss Laundry Master Lady.
Please never bring another fish like that here again.
I run out. Did I get anything substantial from pickpocketing?
No, you weren't there the whole
Dang.
time, so no.
And then guess what? I figured out a way to get out of laundry, but you cannot pickpocket as much if you do that. I still have stinkfish. Can I throw stinkfish into this weird looking well?
The well?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
What
can.
I don't.
What
I
if
don't think that's a great idea, Barry.
what if we gave them to Mitzi?
What's Mitzi
Let,
going to do with stinky fish?
Maybe
I
she
mean, it
can
has some
take
unique
something from the
properties.
oil.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
I need to
but
go talk to her about this fish, and I'm like juggling it back and forth between my hands. It's like cold fish.
like, okay, well, Ender has to hold it then because I keep forgetting that I have it.
All right, fine. I'll hold on to it.
Yeah. So
I just give it to you, and then I run away.
yeah, and just like another day in the gutters.
So
Yeah.
where are we heading?
I think we're heading back to the square.
Yeah, back to Center Square.
Okay.
All right, Ender, you go talk to her.
I kind of taunt the guards as I walk by with the fish. Like, hey, here's this fish.
They cover their noses, and kind of shoo you along.
I'm gonna walk over to Mitzi.
Misty, as you walk up, just goes, "Bloody hell! What the heck? Get that away from me! What do you have there?"
Well, I actually have 2 fish. I'm not sure if you're interested in the smelly one, but I have this other smaller minnow. That might be of value to you.
She covers her nose, but she takes a look at the minnow that you have, and she says, "Well, I mean, I think I could probably get something out of the oil for that fish."
I look at her potions she has in her shop. Besides the healing and potion I know she has, do I recognize anything else?
Let me take a look. You can also ask her about her wares. She is the
Yeah, no, I just
shopkeeper.
want to inspect it first
Just let
before
me
I ask.
pull that up. Okay. So she has the potions of healing, which were 30 gold. She sells candies for 1 gold, and then she has another potion, which was, I think she explained this one to you before. It was the Theki root potion, which is for aiding those who have trouble eating the prison food. It makes basically gets rid of stomach problems, essentially.
Okay. How much would the fish be worth to you?
She says, "Well, I mean, I'll tell you what. If you give me the fish, I'll whip up a potion and just give it to you free of charge.
Really?
You guys did help me after all." Oh, sorry, she should be clear. You guys did help me after all.
True. Quite generous. So I think I'll take you up on that offer.
Well,
I
I did already offer to brew up some potions for you if you found me the ingredients.
Do you know what this could possibly create, potion-wise?
As you hand her the fish, she feels as how cold it is, and she says, "Well, if I'm right and this is a frost minnow, then I suppose I could probably get you some sort of ice-based potion. But I'll have to mix around the ingredients a little bit before I can tell you exactly what what it's gonna make."
Well, I used to be an apothecary, run an apothecary before I got in here. So if you ever need help, I would be willing to help you, for sure.
Well, I think I'll be all right on this one, but help is always welcome.
All right, thanks, Misty. I'll take the smelly fish away now.
Do you not want the stinky fish?
I don't think anyone's interested in this thing.
Should we get rid of that before we go see Sig? Feels
Uh,
like
Yeah, I think maybe just throwing it back into the ocean is the best idea.
yeah.
All right, how about? I mean, it won't take me that long to do it. So if you guys want to go talk to Zig, and then I'll catch up with you, that's fine.
Yeah, just for the sake of time.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna run to the bathroom really quick just before we do the Zig
Okay.
conversation. Lucid, you're right. Esther would eat it. I'm just gonna switch to the BRB, but they can still hear you guys, just so you know.
All right. Sounds good. See, the only thing I could even see the stinkfish being potentially useful would be like if we wanted to keep someone away from us, or if we wanted to like ward off another scent, But it feels very unuseful because the smell is just going to give us away if we try to do anything stealthy.
Yes, but
On the same side of that, you could use it to attract people. Like, if you could somehow conceal the smell just for enough to get it to somewhere, unload it, and then disappear. You like attract all the guards.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. It can. I don't know about attract. It can definitely distract and get their attention away. It's hard for me to see that as something where guards or anyone is just going to be willing to go towards that smell, if that makes sense. The way that's been described, but all right, cool.
All right. So heading to Zigtown then.
Okay, I'm gonna take the fish to the shore. If that's okay.
Yeah, I'm just
Bye, stinky fish. I probably won't miss you.
Okay, so Presley sees you all approach. He looks a little bit relieved as the smell starts to fade. And he goes, "Yeah, all right. Boss man's inside. Go on in." And he steps out of the way.
we'll wait for Ender to get right back. Just we'll go with waiting for him real quick.
Presley looks at you and he goes, "Well, I suppose this is a little awkward then. You're just gonna stand outside?"
I mean, if he can't be long, right? Ender's gonna be back here and like, Ender, hurry up.
I'm just gonna go walk in.
Is that allowed? Because I'm just gonna go walk in too.
Yeah, he opened the door for you and moved out of the way, so you can go in whenever you like, or you can continue to wait outside if you want.
Well, you know what our friend looks like. If he comes through, you'll let him in, yeah?
Yeah, all right, I'll let him in.
Appreciate that. All right.
One with the
I'll go
big beard, right?
yeah, and the cool looking hood.
Yeah, all right, I know him.
All right. All right, so we're all in.
All right. So you return back in here, and our bird friend spins around in his seat and he goes, "I see you guys again. So, how did everything work out?"
Feel like you know the answer to that.
I do, but I want to hear it from you.
Fox, how'd it work out?
I did what you asked. Where's payment?
Periwinkle, are you coming in, or what are you doing?
Am I like not completely in? Let's see. Okay, there we go.
I moved you in. So Ender, you're on your way back now. Just not quite there.
While I'm there at the shore, I want to bury the other bracelet that I got from Brill.
Gotcha. Okay, so you're on your way back, and I'll tell you when you get here.
Okay.
So continuing our conversation, he says, "Well, I'd rather hear about it from you guys. I do know what happened, but why don't you tell me what exactly went down in that they're fighting pits?"
Mr. Ziggs, I was kind of closing my eyes the whole entire time because I don't like violence and it was kind of scary. I cannot answer your question.
All right. He looks at the other two.
Well, we obviously had Briff Sandwalker fight against Fox in the first round.
Yeah, that little gift we gave you, huh?
Yeah.
Nice, easy first round.
Yeah, something tells me you saw through his stories, and no one else in Basat did. Pretty perceptive.
I know everything in Basalt. It's my job.
Clearly, I'd almost be curious to learn how you learned that little bit of nugget, but gonna assume that one's also a secret.
My ways. But I'll tell you what. You lot seem like you've, Ender, you have arrived. Just to get everybody back together.
Am I allowed in, Presley?
Yeah, go on through.
All right. Excuse me, I'll just come over here. Don't mind me.
As you walk in, Ender, he says, "Ah, there's the last one. I thought we were missing somebody."
Yeah.
Now, as I was saying, it seems to me that you lot have fulfilled your end of the bargain, and that you have pulled through on behalf of Zig. So, why don't you go back and see the boss man?
Wait, what?
Go on,
Yeah.
back through the back door. Go see the boss man.
Eh?
Mr. Ziggs, I thought you were the boss man.
No, I'm not Zig.
What back door?
He is a dwarf.
Oh, that's right.
I'll just handle all the little things for Zig so that, you know, we don't have to bother the big man with anything minor. But, seeing as how you've probably earned his favor, and he is in right now, so why don't you go talk to him?
So what is your name then?
My name's Clack.
Your name is. Oh. Mr. Clack, you got a twin named Mr. Click?
No?
Never mind. That was not a funny joke.
Maybe he
No,
has a
you're
wolf
right. It
named
wasn't.
Chip.
You're right. It was not a funny joke.
I'm gonna go out now and I'm gonna find Mr. Ziggs.
So where is it that we go,
He
Cluck?
motions his head just down the hall to the right.
Oh, is it is
This door
Okay.
here he's
We're going
motioning
into
towards.
Is this door closed?
It's closed, but
Can I knock on it then?
yep.
I'm
All
gonna,
right.
like, whisper to,
You
I'm
hear?
gonna whisper to Ender. They
Go
all
ahead.
look the same. Yeah. They all look the same. I'm a little confused.
Harry, just be quiet.
After you knock on the door, you hear a voice from behind it. All right, come on in. This door here is
I'm gonna,
open.
hide.
So it seems to be like a nicer room. You saw Cluck go back behind this door earlier. But this door is open. And you see a dwarven man who is sitting at a desk.
So, you must be Zig.
Well, you got that right. How'd you figure it out?
Well,
Wait.
after the person we formerly thought revealed himself to be Cluck, we were able to put 2 and 2 together.
Very clever.
Is this a room? Like, are we talking like behind the door?
No, the door is open. It's kind of like a side little room.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Well,
yeah, it's
what
like
else
a
can we
side little study, basically.
What else can we see within this room that we're in?
Several carpets. He has a wolfskin rug. And you can see this cabinet here. There's a bathroom back here. And a rather nice looking bed. Far nicer than you've seen in the rest of the prison. This is probably the nicest room you've seen so far in the prison. Now, I understand that you've done a job for me.
We have. We upset the balance of the rumblers down over there, and had one of our guys motion over to Fox throw the final in the pits.
I mean, I was there, and I wouldn't exactly call it throwing, but you lost the fight all the same, so I suppose the end result is the same.
Well, it could be also a very convincing throw.
Whatever you say, Sonny. But
yeah,
I'm in a good mood today, so let's consider the job done, shall we?
consider it done.
After all, I did make quite a bit of coin.
You did. I do remember you in line.
That I was, lad. Very perceptive.
Well, Yeah, a lot of familiar faces. Well, a lot of familiar faces, but also a lot of faces that stand out. So it's just like doing that. But I'm curious. Me and some of my friends were wondering what was the point of us throwing the fight? Doesn't it make more sense to beat the Rumblers at the fighting pits? I mean, was it just really just to put more coin in your pocket?
More coin in my pocket? My friend, the amount of coin I made couldn't fit in all of our pockets combined.
Oh, okay. I appreciate. I can respect the boasting. I was more of a phrase. It was trying to get to another point.
Tell me your point then straight, lad.
Well, I was just curious. I mean, what was the point of us throwing the fight?
You want to know how my operations work? Is that what you're asking?
Whatever you're comfortable telling. I don't need to know every point that you're not willing to discuss.
You don't need to know anything, lad.
All right.
But I will tell you that earlier I had the inkling to take over the fighting pits. But after a couple of little rats wandered into my office, I made a bit of a change in plan. I figured, why should I go to all the bother of running the fighting pits when I can simply fix them? And make tons of coin and have good old Shark over there do all the organizing for me. You understand?
Yeah, no, I do understand. It was different than how Cluck was telling us that we were somehow against the Rumblers, but this makes more sense now.
Well, originally, that was the plan, but we made a few minor adjustments. That's how all good plans go, you understand.
Oh, it makes sense, but yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense.
Now, let's get down to business because a busy man like myself doesn't have all day.
Sure.
So, one job for a Zig gets you a reward. Now, you understand that well, I can procure items for you. So,
Yeah.
what I offer you is one item each. Whatever your heart's desire within reason. Can't get you the keys to the front door, but I can get you some stuff. So, why don't you tell me what it is you want from me?
Well, and just to make sure, because I don't want you to repeat yourself. One item for each of us, correct?
Yes, one
Right.
item each.
I'll let
within reason.
Within reason. I'll let the others announce
I immediately step up.
I can't go grabbing the crowns off the king's head, you understand?
I'm not gonna ask for much. I just want my holy symbol for Brava.
A holy symbol. That's easy enough to procure. And you said brava?
Yes, please.
Done. Consider it done.
You see like you see like a relief wash over my face as I like make that connection back.
He looks towards the other members of the party. Well?
Mr. Ziggs, I got something.
Yes?
But also, Mr. Ziggs, I just wanted to let you know that I like your beard. Um, I was really confused because I thought Cluck was you and you were Cluck. Anyways, never mind. I was wondering, you have some sort of a map for the coast because I like the coast and I was really wondering if you got full map of the coast.
You want a map? I mean, I can tell you, lass. It goes in both directions. It's that simple.
Well, yes, but like, is there like stuff there maybe I haven't seen? Because guards are a little mean and I can't really go exploring around, you know? I need paper map.
A paper map of what exactly? Of the prison? Or outside the prison?
Um, I know you said you're not magic man, so can you get me full map of the whole entire island, please?
Well, I mean, it's not exactly something that you need to go outside the prison to find. Kind of a poor use of a smuggler's talents, don't you think? He looks toward the rest of you.
Well, it's a good thing that I'm not a smuggler and you are, Mr. Siegs, the best man ever.
He strokes his beard and just kind of um, allows you to keep talking.
I just really like pictures, Mr. Zig, to be honest with you. So if you got map of whole prison, including outside coast island, I would greatly appreciate it because I know you said you're not magic man, but I think you're magic man because of your beard.
Well, I mean, if that's really what you want, I suppose I can get it for you.
I'm like still like blinking my eyes really fast, just like looking at him like, pretty please, thank you.
I kind of
Alright,
interject.
alright,
I
lads.
kind of interject
Go ahead.
for the conversation. I'm like, a map would be nice, especially if it could include like trade routes for shipping,
Trade routes? What do you mean trade routes? Like, outside the
like,
prison?
or possibly coming to the prison.
There's no trade routes into the prison. The guards bring what they need and they bring the prisoners. There's no
Well, there has to
merchants
be.
coming in and out.
Well,
Are you
sure,
asking
but
for my trade routes? Is that what you're
no,
asking for?
I'm saying the prison has to be
Good.
supplied with supplies,
Oh, I
just in
suppose.
general. Is there possibly a way that you could supply a map that shows shipping lines to the prison?
I suppose.
That might be of use to us.
I can include that on your map if you wish.
Fox, what do you want?
I want out of the prison.
Actually, as you say that, Zig gets a more serious look on his face. Now listen to me, lad. I don't want to hear anything about any escape attempts, alright? Whatever you have planned, I don't want any part of it. Plausible deniability, you understand. I get you the items, simple. But I don't want to be any part of any escape.
But I don't understand. Cluck said he could help us get something to help us get it out.
I can get you any items that you see fit, but I can't get you out, if that makes sense.
Do you have something or know of something that can get rid of these damn places?
Have you tried a hammer?
I like my life. I would like not to die.
Well, again, I'm no artificer, but I imagine somebody else is better suited for that than me. I can procure items, not remove items from you.
How about passage through the tunnels to the boat?
That I cannot do. If you want to get into the tunnels, you're going to have to do that yourself. I want no part of your escape attempt. All I'll give you is items. So if you'd like, a sword, a knife, something useful, a grappling hook, whatever you want. But I don't want any part of your little schemes, understand?
Hey guys, should we talk about this? So can we just step aside for a second?
You
Is that
can
okay?
step out of my office whenever you like.
Okay, we'll be back in 2 minutes.
Understood. Don't waste my time though, lads.
Okay. I motion everyone to follow me.
Into this room. Oh, nope, never mind.
Yeah, we'll just go over here.
Okay, well, we have 2 items, and we have 2 more that we can get. Other than weapons, the most useful things I could think of, if we could ask for a key to the manor. think that might be out within reason, but we could try. But I don't know of any other items besides the weapons that I think we could get without much pushback.
I mean,
Do you need a key specifically? Can't you like open it yourself? Like pick it?
I can try, but yeah, I can try.
it's hard because anything that anything that we procure from him, we have to keep hidden from the guards. I don't
Right.
think we're just gonna be able to wear like full armor and not get it taken away from us or something, right? We have to have some means of stealthiness with this. So
Right. Which is
I don't
why,
know.
which is why simple items or weapons might be best, at least for now.
What
So
should
what?
I ask for then? Because I just don't care. I want out. That's all I care about.
Okay, I have an idea of how we can get into the sewers, so I'm not worried about that.
Guys, I think my map will be helpful because we found great inside sewers and great might go somewhere.
Is there
Okay.
okay? How about instead of thinking about what we need, is there anything that anyone else needs in the prison that we can use as trade barter? Can you think of anything? Like maybe we can use this as a way to get like a better relationship with someone else.
Hmm.
Not off the top of my head.
I
We
don't
kind
have
of
anybody.
other than maybe materials for Misty. That's the only thing I can remember that they need, or a potion that could help Rithia with Lyrsis.
Oh, were we talking about Lyris? Is that what we're talking about?
Lyrus.
Yeah, Lyris.
Got it.
Other than to help her, I can't think of any other items that people are needing from us. It's more action or jobs.
Okay, Jay, I have a question.
Yep.
How in depth is my potion making ability?
You know anything that may have been used for medicinal purposes.
Okay, so would I know how to cure like amnesia or anything along those lines?
Not in the domain of Brava, no. That's more of a Justicia type thing. But you would know how to cure most common illnesses, how to make standard cure wounds potions, things like normal health potions, as well as how to brew up a potion to make somebody go to sleep easier, like minor remedies like that. Yeah, that reference was for you guys at their campaign. And so anything that like seems reasonable that you would know in the
Great.
domain of healing.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm sorry. I know it's kind of selfish for me to get my holy symbol as just like right off the bat, but that's so important to me.
I don't think so.
No, it's what you need. We have four options. I mean, Periwinkle. I mean, I know Fox is able to fight with his hands, but do you want more than just the sling that you have?
Hmm. I would ask for bow, but bow is like kind of very obvious.
Yeah.
Mm, mm. The rule still applies to shiny things disappearing from our possession because I can do something with a dagger.
Okay. I feel like we can get a dagger.
What if we just ask for coin? I feel like even though that's like so generic, it might be the most useful since we don't have anything particular that we need.
Well, we could get 2 daggers. I mean, I have one on my person, but I can fight with 2 at the same time.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, if you,
I will say that, like, I said within reason, but that more meant like he can't get you like a rare magical item, but
Right.
he can get you quite a bit of things, and I won't make you make this decision right now.
Okay.
If you hold it off, that just means that you don't get the item yet. But so
What
like
if we,
the sooner you put in your order to Zig, the sooner you can get you your items. But
okay,
he's not gonna force you to do it right now.
what if we try to what if we ask him for a potion that cures amnesia, like a remembering potion? Is that a thing?
I mean, I wouldn't be able to create that, but if he could just supply us with that kind of a potion, that might be useful for potentially remembering more about what the people in the gutter know about the riot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I don't know how I don't know how probable that is that we get that though.
I'll save you a little time. That's not really a thing.
Okay.
It's Justicia's domain has a very particular thing about amnesia, and it's not a potion, so it'd be very hard for him to get you what you want in regards to that. He would have to smuggle a person in.
Okay. Yeah, I think we just asked for more time then. If we maybe we'll find more use for this kind of a thing later.
Yeah, he'll get to work on the ones you have put in, but you can hold off for now.
Before we leave, I'd like to ask Zig if there's any other jobs that he needs done here in Basat and could use potentially 4 rats that could help him satisfy his desires.
Okay, so you coming back here to ask them that, or?
Yeah.
So he looks up as you guys enter the room. He seemed to just be kind of scrawling something on a piece of paper, but he walks out in front of his desk again and kind of leans against it. Well, have you come to a consensus on what exactly you want from me?
Not yet. We were
All
hoping
right.
we were hoping for the 2 items to be ordered immediately, and we'll think more about what 2 items we'll need later. But before we left, we're first appreciative and gracious of your time, but wanted to ask, what other jobs do you have that we could be of help or of use of?
Well, to tell you the truth, I think I have most things taken care of at the moment. I don't really see any use for any more rats. In fact, the more people I have involved in my operations, the more likely things are to go south, you understand?
No, I understand.
So,
You want to keep your circle close and potentially use people who have worked and have done a good job in the past.
well, if I have a job, then I suppose in the future I may have something, but I'll come and find you. It doesn't work the other way around.
Oh, understandable, but appreciate that, and we'll first again thank you for the opportunity, and we'll put in the order. Should we just put in order with Presley once we decide the other 2 items?
He grabs the scroll that he has on his desk, and kind of looks it up and down. And he goes, "So that is a holy symbol of Brava and a map showing the prison, the surrounding coast, and trade routes. Correct?
Correct.
All right. Well, you put in the other order with Cluck, and he'll get you the items. All right. Should
All right,
be
sounds good.
approximately 1 to 2 days. I do work quite fast.
Oh, that's good to hear. Thank you again.
Yes,
No,
I greatly appreciate it.
thank you.
Before we leave, while I'm standing on the rug, can I like step on it hard or every now and again tap my foot and see if it makes like a hollow sound?
Yeah. Are you trying to do that without anybody noticing?
Yes.
Okay, then you're gonna have to make a stealth roll.
Come on, Nick.
9?
Zig looks up and he says, "What are you doing, lad?"
I think he has a twitch from the fight yesterday.
I have rocks in my boots from the other night.
Knocked a few brain cells loose, eh?
As you saw, it was a hefty fight. I did not do very well.
Well, I did see the fight, and you did get your clock cleaned, so I suppose maybe you have a few brain cells knocked loose, but I'm sure you'll be right as I am in no time, lad.
So I take it I didn't succeed in hearing anything, even though I was not sneaky.
No, you weren't sneaky, but you did still hear what you did. So it wasn't for nothing. It did not feel like a loose floorboard, a trapdoor, or anything. It just felt the same as the rest of the floor.
Okay.
All right. Cluck gives you a little wave as you leave.
See ya. All right.
Presley hears you approach and moves out of the way to allow you to leave. The guards eye you as you walk by.
Yeah.
Hey, we don't stink as bad now.
You don't. The smell is faded. So, returning back to Sinner's Square.
Alright, do you guys want to go north and see if we can spot anything we didn't see on our way in to prison?
Yeah. Unfortunately, that trip wasn't as useful as I thought it was going to be.
I mean, I kind of disagree, but
It was as useful as you guys make it to be.
No, I know. I'm saying that. I'm saying that in character.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just teasing you guys.
Yeah. Ender, you did get your holy symbol, so that's probably the biggest win.
honestly, it's more just a mental thing, I think. Just being able to have the comfort of knowing that Bravo's with me.
Yeah. I gotta imagine that's for you, especially. That's for the best. But now let's see what's up here.
Okay,
Maybe there's
so
more.
we are heading to Warden Road, which I think you haven't been here since the very first time you came into the prison.
Nope.
So,
Ooh. Yep.
you make your way back up towards where the nicer buildings are in the prison, to the north of Sinner's Square. And the first thing you notice is the very large amount of guards in this area, who the closest ones to you kind of turn to look at you, and they haven't seen anything suspicious, so they're not gonna
Do we
react
notice
to you.
any other prisoners in the area?
No, there's no other prisoners in the area.
Okay.
It's just guards.
Just looking around, what building seems like it's the manor?
So there's a rather large gate to this direction here, and actually beyond it you can see a very big building, because it reaches up past the gate. The rest of these just seem like the kind of houses that you would see in your home village, Ender. They're not super nice, but they're not super terrible. They're just kind of
Right.
comfortable.
This might be a silly question, but from the fish market, can we see, or would we have been able to see the manor at all? Like, was it
The
just
fish,
on the other end?
the meat market is a rather narrow road, so it's kind of hard to see over the buildings that are on your left and right. But you, from where you're standing, you imagine that should you stand up on top of, say, Barrow's Butchery, you'd be able to see this building.
How far away would it be?
Maybe a couple houses or a couple buildings down from you.
Okay.
Mm.
You know, we have houses like this at my hometown, except there's many windmills surrounding them.
That's true.
How many oafish guards are there around your hometown?
I mean, we don't really have guards in the same sense that these guards are. It's more
Nope.
like
Town
a
watch.
militia. Yeah, militia. Just general townsfolk guarding their city.
Just for everybody else, this is the town of Arkane that he's referring to in Lyrethia.
All right.
This is nothing like my home.
Looking at the gate. Well, I'm assuming you said there's a gate, right?
Oh, okay, there sucks. Yeah, so there's a gate with very large doors that are currently closed, with these two
Okay.
guards standing in front of them.
Does it, just from a distance, does it look like there's a lock on them or like some type of mechanism securing them?
There doesn't
Or is it
appear.
just like
There
just
doesn't
like
appear
guarded?
to be a lock. No.
Okay. What do any of the other buildings have any indication like what they are, or are they just generic? For the
They
most
seem to be very
Like, can
normal
we-
looking houses. They don't appear to have any like special purpose to them.
Because the only other thing that I might be curious about is if there was like some guard barracks or something in the same area. But if we can determine that from just looking.
There's no indication of that, but okay, it's been a couple minutes. So one of the guards kind of wanders over to you, proud, as you step further, and he goes, "What's your business here, prisoner?"
Stretching the legs. It's been a while
Well,
since
I'll tell you what, there's a lot of prison around here, and you can stretch your legs somewhere else.
Well, I mean, it's a prison.
Why
so
don't you
there's
take a
not
nice
really
walk
much.
to the beach, prisoner?
I mean, I've been at the
Water
beach every
ganassi
day.
like you probably like
Hey,
the beach.
Proud, come on, let's go, man. I think we've worn out our welcome here.
Feel like should be around just to walk a bit, but I'll probably be back here. You know, when I eventually escape.
Just wanted to know your business.
I tried to give you my business. You.
Oh, no, I didn't believe you.
Well, what's the point of asking then?
Well, I thought maybe you'd tell the truth.
I did.
I don't think you did.
What's the truth gonna be to you then?
I grabbed
geez.
Proud by like the shoulder and started pulling him.
I'm still yelling at the guard. I'm not dropping this. I'm just yelling at him. Well, what would the answer be? Oh, gee, I want to escape here.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right.
You're more brain dead than Barrow.
We head back to town square.
All right. All right. Back to Center Square.
All right. As we walk by Gerwald, does he like?
He watches you.
But he doesn't like do anything suspicious or like
Oh.
trying to get my attention or anything.
He just pays very close attention to you guys, but he doesn't really do anything or make any motions.
Okay. It's been a while since we had the encounter talking about the fire, but
It has been.
Should we respark that conversation with them?
Ironic you're using the word respark, but yes, because I'm not going to get. I mean, I got to imagine at nighttime that place is double covered.
I have a feeling like we have better options than what he has to offer us.
Do we?
I don't even know the details.
Well,
Okay,
no.
so as we're standing here, like how if I'm whispering, do I think anyone else can hear us?
If you're whispering, no.
Okay, so in a whispering voice, I tell the group, All right, so my idea is if Misty can give us a potion that can freeze something, which I'm assuming is a possibility with the fish we found. We could potentially use that potion to freeze the lock that's on the sewer and break the lock using it because it might become more brittle and we can potentially use force to break it. Then we don't even need a key.
Okay.
That it's a possibility. So I think until we exhaust that option, we should hold off and see if that works.
I do like the idea. Then we should, we should prepare for that just to be as ready as possible for when that day comes. We should try to put in the other orders then to SIG, right?
Yeah, so do you guys have any ideas on like what else could we potentially could need once we're in the sewers, or possibly trying to get past the sharks on the outside? I don't know if they surround the entire island or if it's just on the south shore. So possibly items that could help us either defend ourselves against them or potentially distract them as we cross.
Mm.
I think if we can make it out far enough, we can follow the shipping lines and find a boat that could pick us up.
Yeah, getting on a boat shouldn't be a problem with my expertise, but you're right. It's that point in the water that's gonna. What if we put an order in for an item but had it waiting for us in the prison?
Like what though?
What do you mean we are in prison?
Well, no, I mean like instead of having it delivered to us, we just have it say in the gutters, like waiting right by the pipe. That way we don't
Okay.
personally have to get there. The only thing I'm thinking of is something that we could use as a vessel or something that could just protect you three if we're in the water.
Hmm.
Because if we encounter a shark, I know I can defend myself.
I'm
But
not worried about one shark. I'm worried about many sharks.
yeah,
I think we need something that can distract them as we're passing by.
I mean, we live next to a man who sells meat.
That's true. That is true. Um, we also smell like fresh meat though, which is a little iffy if we're going to swing by shark.
Suddenly, the campaign title becomes very relevant.
well,
This is.
my
I feel like we actually have like a decent chance right now. We just have
Yeah.
to figure out the end. The we just have to figure out the last missing puzzle pieces to fill in the end of it.
here. No, I think I know a way we can maybe get some of the puzzle pieces filled in. What if we went back to Charlie?
Yeah,
He always had information, and we have more coin. We can ask the hard hitting questions, and he can give us all the information because it doesn't seem like he cares whether or not we escape or not.
that's a
Um,
fair point.
I will just say,
There's
you guys are at a very interesting point in this campaign. And
Okay.
I knew you guys would hit this point today. And it's kind of where you start to have like an idea of how to put things in motion, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm enjoying all of this because it's interesting to hear you guys formulate plans.
Well, unfortunately, stab every guard doesn't seem viable yet, so
Probably not.
we're
there's two things I want to do.
Yep, we got lots of time, so let's take care of them.
This is all in whispering voices, by the way.
Of
Yeah,
course, of course.
I'm whispering. I want to see if Brill can scratch off the runes, and if we can close it, reopen it, and if it causes a reaction.
Oh man, that's dangerous. Because I like the idea. If it works, it's amazing. But if it fails, it's also disastrous.
Well, if she could set it to maybe where we can open it ourselves, we could do it tomorrow when we fish away from the gods, because they're nowhere near Zigtown.
The only problem with this is we would have to go get the bracelets again. I already put them back. Which is possible, but it's again another risk.
Another thing I want to do is I want to go back to the gutters. I want to look around some more.
Okay. We could
Well,
I mean we could do that right now if you want.
yeah. Yeah, head to the tavern and head to the gutters.
I would like to do that. I can go if you want to the gutters myself, or go while you are talking to Charlie.
I feel like if you're doing that, you should at least have one person. I don't want any of us to get jumped again.
Yeah. Proud got pretty beat up, man.
I'm
Permanently
a little
instilled in the back of
irritated
Proud's
today.
head.
Yeah.
I'm a little irritated today, so I wouldn't mind to release a bit of anger.
Right, but
That's
you
fair.
should have backup. So who wants to go with Fox?
I'll go with Mr. Grumpy Pants.
All right.
I wouldn't mind getting a drink at the tavern.
Well,
I feel like I'm a little justified for being grumpy today.
Fair.
I
We'll
just look
see.
at his like swollen black eye.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit.
If it helps, it actually is an improvement for your face.
Should we improve upon yours?
No. Remember, Ender said that my hair and everything just looks perfect. So
I
it's
mean,
already good as
I
is.
said your hair looks perfect. I didn't say anything about your face.
Ender, come on, let's get going before.
All right, all right.
If I
Um,
punched him in the face, would I inflict damage if I
Yeah.
was trying to make a purple eye?
yes.
Would it be like the full damage?
It would be whatever you rolled.
All right, I'm gonna get back to you on that.
I'm already away. I'm already away from the conversation.
So
Proud and I.
so where's everybody going?
We're all going towards the
Rumblers
East.
Row.
Rumblers Row, yeah. But Proud and I are gonna go to the tavern, and Perry and Fox are gonna go to the gutter.
All right. Who wants to go first? Why don't we do the gutter gang first? Then there's no metagaming happening with whatever answers they get.
Sounds fair.
Sounds
What
good.
are you implying?
Well, Charlie's a good resource, so I don't want you guys to have to consider whatever they learn when you're trying to think of stuff.
Mhm.
What?
All right, let's go to the gutters. Hang on, wrong people. The usual very unpleasant smell hits your nostrils as you enter the gutter. One second.
Is it more unpleasant than the fish?
It's just a different kind of unpleasant. It's not more or less. There you go, Perry.
Do I see the corpse that's next to Iris?
Yep, there's a corpse over there. It's
what
been
I
there
have-
every time you guys have been here.
Right. So I wanted to ask about that specifically.
Yep.
Are there bracelets on that body?
Yep.
Okay. Are there silver bracelets on the body?
Nope. I assume to be able to see that you'd go over to look at it.
Yeah, I would go and check and just to see if he had silver bracelets, because I was curious about something. Okay, I'm gonna go back up and I'm gonna go towards Rithia and I'm gonna try and strike a conversation with her.
She looks up towards you and says, "Oh, hello. You're Ender's friend, yeah?
Yes, I am Fox.
How are you today?"
I have a right headache. not a great night.
I can see. Do you want something for your eye?
It's okay. It will go in time.
If you insist.
How is Lyris?
Well, Lyris is the same he always is. Today seems to be at least a good day. He's getting a bit of sleep in his tent. I managed to keep the fire down for today.
Do you know anything about a special fish that is always cold?
She thinks for a bit. Well, you mean like a frost minnow? We used to catch them back in my hometown.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Do you know if it would help this fiery fellow?
Well, I mean, I've never tried, but to be honest with you, I'm not convinced that anything can put out the fire with Lyris.
Do you have any ideas on what's wrong with him?
I have no clue, to be honest with you. I've tried a bunch of different things, and so far the seaweed seems to be the only thing that keeps it down for at least a little bit, but eventually the seaweed, well, it dries out and then the fire starts again.
Jay, last time we talked to, or me and Proud came over and tried to speak to Lyris, he didn't talk because he was in an immense amount of pain.
Well, yeah, he was in a fit of pain back then, yes.
Right. Does he look calm enough that maybe if I went to him, I could try to spark a conversation?
He's currently asleep, which does look fairly calm. But he's like kind of wrapped up like a mummy, only really like his eyes, nose, and mouth are exposed. But the rest is seaweed.
Are you ever awake during nights, Rythia?
Well, only if I get a call in the middle of the night to go and help someone in the prison. Otherwise, I usually am asleep, but why do you ask?
I was wondering if you ever saw mysterious figures come in that do not belong.
Well, I did mention before that I awoke in the middle of the night from my tent, and I did see those figures over by the gutter drain over there.
Do you know how often, or if there's a specific day?
It wasn't really a specific day. It was just an occurrence. I can't really say if there's any sort of schedule.
Was there anything that you wanted to ask, Perry?
Yes, water lady. I have question.
What?
Mitzi,
Water?
my best friend Mitzi. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you always collect seaweed in the water, so you're a lady of the ocean.
Well, I don't really have any affinity with the
That
ocean, but I suppose I am on the beach a lot.
lady of the beach. Is that better?
You can just call me Rithia.
Okay, Miss Ritia, I have a question for you. My friend Mitzi, my best friend, she told me that she maybe could make potion with frozen fish, cold fish. Anyways, she said cold fish is or maybe Mr. Butcherman said it. I don't remember. Anyway, someone said you eat fish and fish makes you cold on the inside and then you're like, ooh, icicle. Is that true? Because if so, you can give fish to uh, Lyria and he will be okay.
Well, I mean, we never ate the frost minnow. We usually just toss them back. I don't think they're very safe to eat, but honestly, I have no idea how it would react with Lyris.
You said it's not safe to eat, but the dude is on fire. I don't think there's anything safe about it.
I know, but I'm just saying that I have no clue how he would react.
I think you have a point, Perry. Maybe we should just go get the fish and just feed it to him now.
But he's sleeping.
Right, but by the time we get the fish and maybe prep it, he'll
I'm
be
gonna
awake.
sneak over to him.
Okay.
Mr. Grumpy Man Fox, what if we like feed the fish to him and like kill him?
He's in prison. He might already be dead soon.
God damn. Wow. That was so cryptic.
Fox, why you gotta be so serious all the time? That was scary. I'm gonna like creep away from him a little bit. My eyes are like still all big, like, oh my god.
No, but seriously, think about it. If he is of extreme heat, maybe something could bring balance to his life.
Okay, look, Fox, I was just kidding when I said that there's nothing normal about him and there's nothing safe about him because he's already on fire. I mean, we got to think about not killing people, because we're not very popular here, fresh meat.
But why do we
Mm,
care about their opinions if we want to leave? We
Because
should.
there's like four of us and then there's like 20 of them.
I just think it's worth a shot. Maybe we can do something with the fish. It just seems highly convenient that we have such a fish and such a man in a opposite reaction.
Okay, well, we probably need to find someone who can like disguise the fish to make it look a little bit more presentable because I don't think we can shove this fish down someone's throat. They're kind of like not eating this before, so.
Right. I mean, if we bring it back to Barrow, if we have him prep the fish, then we can come back and help feed him. I mean, he's not going to care. He's wrapped up in bandages. He can barely move. I don't think he will reject a fish.
Mm. 1 second. Hello, Miss Ritia. I have a question.
Yes.
You said you catch fish, you put fish back. When you catch fish, who else catches fish with you?
I meant a long time ago back in my hometown. It's been quite a while since I've done any fishing.
Miss Ritia, I'm like very forgetful. Which hometown you from again?
I'm from up north.
Like, but like where? Like, what is the name of your city?
Sonnerheim.
Hmm.
Have you heard of
You
it?
like, I mean, maybe I'm a gypsy, so like I go around everywhere. But to be honest with you, they took away my book of monsters, my monster book. My monster book has all these places, and if I've been there, it would be in there. But I'm like terrible with places. They all look the same. Snow is snow, trees is trees. They all look the same. Monsters don't look the same though, but there isn't really any monsters here. But anyways, you never heard of like how to cook said frozen fish?
Like I said, we didn't eat them. They were very cold, so I imagine they don't cook up very well. But all I know is that when I used to fish with my father, he would always just tell me to throw them back because they were no good.
I got it. Lattice's favorite food, like maybe
No,
we can just chop the fish up and like serve it to him like sushi.
I mean it's possible that it could help him, but it's also possible that it could harm him. So I'm not sure how comfortable I feel with feeding him the fish.
I see. I knew you would say that. Okay. A second question. Do you know how to maybe like infuse fish into seaweed and maybe seaweed and fish can help Mr. Fireman?
I mean, we could use the oil from the fish, I suppose, and
Yes.
soak the seaweed in the oil. But
No, exactly. That's a great idea. Unless you want fish shoved down his throat, because to be honest with you, I don't know if I can stop Mr. Fox.
I think it's probably safer to try the oil. But if that's
Miss
what if
Rippy, I'm gonna be real honest with you. You probably should try that first because Mr. Grumpy Man over there is always serious and I don't think he's joking this time. So you probably should try that and quickly.
uh, I mean, I don't have the fish. Are you going to provide the fish?
Yes, yes, I know where Fish is. Fish is, I think, with your boyfriend, Ender.
He's not my boyfriend. But if it's with Ender, then I suppose it's in good hands.
You guys keep on saying that about each other, but you guys compliment each other all the time. You're not hiding it very well, to be honest with you, but okay, I'll believe you.
What are
I'm
you up
gonna
to?
find Fox.
Yeah, what are you up to, Fox?
I wanted to look around and see by the sewer gate if there's maybe a key like underneath a rock, or if I could grab the door and pull it open, or just
Oh, what is
maybe
this?
there's something there that we
Um.
missed or that there's hiding in plain sight.
Okay, so in regards to the door, it is sealed tight with that lock on it. Um, the grate on the sewer. There's a couple like broken stones around here. You're standing in quite a bit of sludge that kind of continuously leaks out of the drain and heads towards the grate in the center of the gutter. Um, Periwinkle, you are looking at just some broken glass. There's a cobweb over here.
Can I like, I don't know, I guess can I like investigate that? Like maybe there's like residue on it or something and I can look at it.
It seems like a bottle that's been smashed.
Can I move the rocks and see if there's anything underneath them of
Yep.
value?
Um, they are heavy, but you managed to slide them out of the way. Are you talking about these rocks? Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to do those rocks and the.
Yep. Okay. So underneath there is just kind of like dirt and some more kind of stones and quite a few bugs. But other than that, there's nothing really hidden.
Okay, that's all that I wanted. What else did you find out from Rithia?
Before I answer Fox's question, am I the only like half elf in this party, right? That has dark vision?
Yep. I think so. I don't.
I
Would I be able to maybe like peek through the sewer gate and see a little bit more?
Yeah. So as you look down the sewer grate, through the grate down the pipe, you can see that it actually goes on for a little bit further, and then just kind of at the very edges of your vision, you get the sense that it opens into a larger room. But that's about all you can see.
Okay, I see. Um, okay. And I guess I'll just ask Fox or answer Fox's question. Okay, Mr. Fox, we came with this idea that oh, thank you. I'm turning to you now. Sorry. We came into this idea that maybe we should like take fish and I'm not like very good with like potions and stuff. So I'm like thinking that she is going to like puree fish and then put fish on seaweed and then put seaweed on Mr. Fireman. And then like maybe he will be okay. So maybe you shouldn't shove fish down his throat right now because she didn't sound very nice about it when she said, "Oh, I don't think I'm gonna go do that." And I was like, "Oh, I know it's okay, but Mr. Grumpy Man." And then she was like, "Oh, okay, well, I don't really know what to do because I don't want to feed him that." So that's the idea we came up with.
okay. I think that's a good idea. Why don't we go do it now? I know for a fact Ender doesn't have the fish. He gave it to Mitzi, so maybe we can talk to her, see if she knows something, and if not, maybe just takes the fish or the fish oil raw and bring it back to Rithia.
You know, Mr. Fox, you're kind of scaring me a little bit. Are you a psychopath or something? Because for a second, you were all like, oh, let's go feed him the fish. I don't care. And then I was like, oh, what if it kills him? And you were all like, oh, it doesn't matter. And then you're all like, oh, it's okay. We can go and just go get fish oil from Mitzi.
I'm
You're real creepy. You know that?
I'm just saying people die and live all the time. I mean, especially in the prison. I don't understand why that's difficult to understand. Um, but I mean, I don't want to have to force him. If there's a better option, I'm all ears. I just want something to be done.
Okay, if you say so, Mr. Grumpy Creepy Man.
What? I mean, I not really want to kill the guy. It's not. He doesn't even have a fighting shot. That's not fair.
See, there you go again. First you're nice, then you're mean, like Sour Patch Kids. Let's just go now.
What's his Sour Patch Kids? We don't have candy where I'm from.
I'm just gonna walk away from him like this guy is just there's something wrong with him.
I'm just yelling, wait, what's his Sour Patch?
It's you.
Man, Periwinkle and Fox interactions are some of my favorite because it's just like Periwinkle like says like an entire 7 paragraphs, and then Fox just goes, "Okay." So back, meanwhile, rather, in Rumbler's Row, um, our friends. Oh, hang on, you guys were still above ground, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go back here then. All right, let's go back here. So you guys walk up to Amira, who just, as usual, has her arms folded and kind of leisurely glances up at you and just kind of goes, "Yeah,
Yep. We're looking to get in the bar, please.
all right."
Thanks.
So descending the stairs back into 1 second. Top left, as always. Here we need and proud. Here you go. All right, so descending back to the usual um, conversations that you can kind of overhear happening in the bar as you head downstairs.
Hey, I'm gonna go get us some drinks.
All right. Give me one. I'm gonna join Charlie.
As you walk up to Charlie and Briff kind of looks at you nervously. You can see that he's got kind of a split lip and a black eye himself.
Sorry, mate. I don't know what he was thinking. I don't want that to happen to you.
Ender, what are you ordering?
The strongest thing that they have.
All right, that'll be 4 gold coins.
For two of them, please.
Yeah, that's 4 gold coins.
All right, I take out my dirty sock, pull out 4 gold coins, and put it on the counter.
All right, your drinks will be here in a minute. I'll take them over to you.
Thanks.
Have a seat. So Charlie kind of eyes you guys as you sit down, and I believe Charlie was Irish, but I don't quite remember. But they eye you as you sit down. Charlie just kind of waits for you to say something.
So you probably guess we're not here for pleasantries. We're hoping you got time to answer some questions.
Business.
Or rather, yeah, business.
Well, I do have time. Tell me
All
what you
right.
need.
Well, curious. I put my arms on the table, and I'm saying this in thieves' cant. I
Mhm.
say, what do the runes for both the bronze and the silver bands? What do they mean? What do they say?
Runes. Not exactly my place of expertise, but I think each of them has a different purpose. To be honest, you'd have to find the person who drew them to tell you exactly what they mean, but well, I believe one of them makes you blow up, if that helps.
That helps a little. You know what the other two do?
Well, I think. Are we talking about the bronze ones or the silver ones?
Whichever information you have on either. We know that both these bands blow up, and we know that the silver bands don't allow spellcasters to cast certain spells, but other than that,
Well,
we
you're
don't know.
right about that, Sonny. One of the runes on the silver one stops you from being able to cast spells, from what I've seen at least. Little bit of an electric shock and then no spell. Poof.
Right. And do you know what the other runes on the silver ones say or what their purpose is?
Those ones are a little bit harder to say. You see, all I know is what I've seen from experience. So, they don't seem to be anything that reacts to your daily life, is what I can tell you.
No, they don't. Okay. So, then another question. Where does the pipe and the gutters lead to?
While this is going on, since I can't understand shit that's being said, I'm just looking back at Seagart. What's he doing?
He's nervously sitting in the corner as usual, just kind of
Alright.
cradling a drink and clutching the knife in his other hand.
Alright, cool.
He kind of eyes you nervously, but tries to not make eye contact. So proud. Charlie kind of strokes his mustache with 2 fingers, and thinks for a moment, and he says, "You got the coin for that?"
How much coin is it worth?
I'd say, let's say around 10 gold.
Okay. So I'm paying 10 gold pieces out
When
of
I see
my.
him start reaching for gold, I take out mine.
I break in thieves' cant. 5 each from each of us.
Okay, I'll do that.
He grabs the coin and he bites it to make sure it's genuine. Inspects it a little bit and does the same little flick of his fingers that makes the coins disappear, one by one. And then he says, "Well, the grate in the gutter is, if that's what you're referring to." Yes?
Yeah, not the one on the ground, the one that's by the stone.
The pipe, yes?
Yes.
Well, that leads back into the sewer system, and the sewer system goes underneath the island.
Okay. And I mean, how long is that going on for?
Well, I haven't been there myself, but from what I've gathered, quite a while.
And where does it end up?
Again, having not been there myself, little bit hard for me to say, but I'd say it goes on quite a while so as to end up on the mainland. If you catch my drift.
Yeah. No, I do. Let's see. All right. What are the guards' marching orders during nighttime?
2 gold.
All right, I'll just pull that from my own.
He checks to make sure it's genuine and slips it back down his sleeve. Well, from what I've seen from, peeking about at night, The guards tend to be, well, less attentive at night time. Some of them doze off, and as far as I've seen, a little bit less guards at night. Typically, it's a little bit more of a skeleton crew.
But you don't know of exact positions or how many are in an area.
Exact positions, not exactly, but usually around one in each district, and then a couple more are up around the warden's house.
One in each district. That means even though there's not one during the daytime, there's one in the gutters during the night.
Gutters, I think, from what I've overheard from the guards, the one that draws the short straw has to stand in the gutters all night.
Okay. I turn to Ender. I've asked my questions. Is there anything that you want to ask?
Have I gotten my drink yet from the barman?
Yep. Yeah, he brought them over, so.
Okay, I'm going to, after I down it, I'm going to turn towards Charlie and ask him, okay, I know you don't normally probably do this, but how about a bet?
A bit?
One gold. If I know, or if you can tell me the information that I asked for, then you get my 1 gold, and if you can't provide the information that I asked for, I get 1 of your gold.
I suppose. I mean, it's not very much money.
Fair. It's just more for fun.
All right. Well, I suppose.
He's also saying the knowledge. If this question comes with information we need, we'll be able to pay that.
Well, of course. If it is quite a big question, I'm going to ask for more than 1 gold.
Right.
What's my real name?
Your real name?
Yeah.
Oh.
What's my real full name?
You mean Lavender?
Fuck! How do you know that?
I have my means.
Wait, Lavender? What the hell?
I toss him a gold.
God, I wish I was there right now.
Wait. Wait. And that's why your name's Ender.
Yeah. You know, my parents, they kind of like own an apothecary, and they named me after a flower.
Oh. I appreciate you open up to us in the middle of the bar. Also, lunging again.
Damn it! I was just trying to get some money, man. I didn't know that you would know that. You really do know everything.
Well, I have my ways. You understand?
All right. Well, you know information about him.
He actually he leans a little bit over. He points to his eye with 1 finger, and he says, "These eyes see all."
So it does see all, but information like that's not something you see. That's something you gain knowledge from. Either you heard it from somewhere, or you were able to get that information from the guards in Basad.
Tell me, fish boy, do you use your eyes to read?
I do, but
so do I.
Then that actually leads into my next question. You clearly read this information. Where did you find it?
I'm in the business of giving information about other things, not myself.
That's I mean, is there information that you're not willing to give, even for coin?
Information on myself. You see,
is that? Hold on, and that's personal information to you. Finding out how you found it and his real name.
Well, I don't want you to go around sabotaging all my means of gathering information. Then I'm out of the business.
I feel like we've been your best customers. I haven't seen. I mean, don't tell me Sandwalker's paying you.
Sandwalker here has paid me a couple of coins from time to time.
I mean, look, I'm just genuinely curious how you knew his name, because and I'm pointing fingers at Ender. I've spent every minute for the past week with him, and I've never heard that or knew that.
That's why you're not the information broker, lad. And I
Sure.
am.
Sure, but you have that information. You got
Yes.
it somewhere.
Yes.
Where did you read and where did you find that information?
472 gold.
Ah, okay. So you're clearly all right.
I mean, my name really is worth that much. Let's be honest.
Oh my god, that's not what I'm after.
What? Can't pay the 472?
No, I can't pay the 472.
Isn't that a shame then? I guess you'll never know.
Yeah, well, all right now.
Hey, Sugor, want to pitch in on this?
Pitch it on. No more betting. You know, I lost big base because of you guys.
Don't blame us.
Well, you're the ones that convinced me to bet.
Yeah, but we can't make you do anything. It was on your own volition that you did it.
He just kind of looks grumpy and drinks a long swig from his glass.
All right. Here's another question that we might have coin to provide and isn't so personal since you're clearly jumpy about that. Question I have is pretty simple actually.
Yes.
How do we get these bands off?
Have you tried the hammer?
Okay.
Did you already ask him what the runes are?
I asked him what the runes are if he knew the purpose of them. But interesting. Okay. Another question then. What's your connection with Zig?
My connection with Zig?
Yeah.
There isn't one. What do you
Because
mean?
well, we actually asked him that same question. How do you unlock the bands? And his response was the exact same one you just gave.
Well, I did tell you that my eyes see all, and well, my ears hear all too.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
All right. God damn it.
Are you guys still talking in Thieves' Camp? I'm assuming you are.
Yeah. God damn it.
Okay.
Fucking 4.
Okay. Then what he told you is what he told you.
Yeah.
While they're talking, can I talk to Brith?
Yep.
How you holding up?
He's got a split lip and a black eye, and he just says, I'm alright. I suppose.
You know Fox didn't mean it.
I mean, his fist sure felt like it meant it.
Well, I mean, like, his intent wasn't to hurt you. He just had to do what he had to do.
I understand, it's a fighting tournament. You fight in a fighting tournament. I just hoped that maybe you'd go a little easy on me and maybe I'd take a fall for you, but no dice, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. I don't know that I can really fault him for doing what he did. But I just want you to make sure that you know he wasn't like trying to do it out of violence or anything. He was just doing it because it's what he was forced to do.
I
He
don't
didn't
know,
enjoy it.
he kind of looked like he enjoyed it.
I just hope you don't take it to heart and you still can trust us after.
Well, him I'm a little wary of, but the rest of you seem alright.
Also, I have a question.
For who?
For Briff.
Yep.
What did you do with that piece of the vase that I gave you?
Well, I keep it right here in my jacket. Do you need
Wait,
it?
you still have it?
Yeah.
Ah, Briff, you need to get rid of that.
Well, you told me to hold on to it for you.
Well, I meant like until you could get rid of it. Sorry. Go like throw it in the ocean or something.
He
man.
he holds it out to you. Do you want it?
No. You need to get rid of it. Just try and dispose of it wherever someone won't find it.
I guess. Where do you guys dispose of things?
I would just throw it in the ocean, as far as you can.
All right.
Make sure no one can find it,
I'll go. He looks nervous. I'll go do that right now.
and make sure also no one sees you.
Okay. He tucks the piece of vase back in his jacket or his robes.
I just like put my fucking hand in my face. God damn it, bro.
Well, any more questions for me then?
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
The
Hit me.
crazy man that's in the gutter, the one with no limbs. Or
Galandranda.
half limbs, yeah. What rug or carpet is he referring to?
That's a tough one. I won't charge you because I can't really help you for this one, but there's a lot of rugs in this place. So maybe just check under all of them.
Yeah.
That's a little bit of free Charlie Two Eyes advice for you.
Yeah, no. Appreciate whenever any answer advice comes free.
Happy to help.
I have a question.
Yes?
Are there any guards that are more susceptible to bribes?
Well,
Anyone that we might be able to sway?
5 gold.
Okay, I've given the 5 gold.
He checks its quality, each piece, and slips them all away into his robes, or into his clothing, and says, well, the ones that guard the gutter at night, they tend to, well, be eager to be elsewhere, if you understand me. So it doesn't exactly take a very big push to get them to be elsewhere, if you catch my drift.
Alright. It's valuable. Definitely worth the 5 gold.
Anything else, lads?
And
Pretty content.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else, Ender.
Alright, thanks for the information.
Of course, you come back and see old Charlie Two Eyes if you have any more gold to spend.
I have no idea what you said, but I'm sure it was valuable.
I'm gonna leave with Ender.
Alright.
And then as we're walking, I'm gonna be whispering to him, I'm almost certain that him and Ziggs are working together in tandem.
Wouldn't surprise me, they both know a lot.
Yeah. That's how Ziggs knew that we were close with Briff. And why he put Briff up to be the first round.
Yeah.
Alright, so heading back to Rumbo's Row.
Yeah. We're going to meet up with others.
Alright, let's say that you all arrive back at the same time. So, on the far end, Periwinkle and Fox, you return from the gutters. And as you return, you see Proudpool and Ender exiting the tavern on the right.
I'm gonna walk up to the bookie.
Yeah, alright, what do you need?
How did the fighting pits turn out? Pretty
Good.
profitable for you guys?
As always, as always.
Good to know. Glad you guys are making your hustle out here in Basat.
Yeah, there's always a little bit of wiggle room to make gold if you know where to find it.
Alright. Do you guys want to head back to our digs?
I want to go talk to Mitzi, and I'll tell them basically what we found out and what Perry and I were thinking as far as how to help Lyris out.
I'll also communicate the information I heard from Charlie.
Can we say we're doing this as we like walk away from the bookie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. As you head back towards
Ah.
Center Square.
Do you guys really think that? I mean, don't get me wrong. I want to help Lyris as much as we can, but do you really want to give up a chance to escape to help another prisoner?
It's not. I don't look at it as giving a chance to escape. I mean, it was a frozen minnow. We could spend the entire afternoon just fishing. And
Sure, but we don't know how long it'll take for Misty to create the potion. We can always catch another minnow
I mean, we can
for
sleep.
Lyris.
Well, we
right?
also. I mean, we could. I mean, it couldn't take. Maybe it doesn't take Mitzi that long. We don't know if she can do it.
That's fair. We don't even know if the potion actually does what I think it might do. I don't know. I'm kind of torn.
Let's ask. Yeah, Fox. You said you want to talk to Misty.
What's that?
You wanted to talk to Misty about the.
I did. I thought Ender wanted to wait. If
No.
consensus is we can try now, then I'll go talk to her.
Yeah, let's go talk to her and see what she says.
All
Can
right,
you
I'm
hear
gonna
me
go
now?
talk to Mitzi. Yeah, we can
Yeah,
hear
we
you.
can.
Oh.
Mitzi,
As you walk up, she kind of sniffs the air, and she notices that you aren't smelling quite as bad as before. So she goes, "All right, what's up?
the fish that we gave you.
Yeah, I got it right
Um,
here." She pulls out a sack that she has stored in.
Have you heard anything about the men on fire in the gutters?
I don't really go down to the gutter. Smells pretty bad down there. Men on fire, you say?
Yes, he seems to be in pain, and his entire torso is on fire. Um, but the healer wraps him in unique seaweed. So I was wondering if what could kill us from extreme cold could cure him from his heat.
Well, I'm not really a healer, but you could always just give it to him and find out. I can't really say I have much experience with fish or healing, but I just brew potions.
Do you have enough oil that you could make a potion and maybe leave a little extra for us, or maybe some part of the fish that we could have?
Mm, I mean, I need most of the fish. I could give you maybe the tail, but most of the oil I'm gonna need if I'm gonna brew you up a potion.
What do you think, Proud? And
Don't look at me. I have no idea.
and
I think Ender's just worried. That's all.
Sorry, I'm back.
I was asking you a question, Steve. I was
Okay, what'd you
asking
say?
if you thought it would be worth it. So I don't know if you heard, talked to Mitzi and asked about the potion. If we could have any of the oil extra or maybe some of the fish, but she needs basically everything except for the tail to make the potion. So I was just trying to get an opinion from you and Ender about if we should just go with the potion or if you guys wanted to try and see if it would help Iris. Just a thought.
Okay, Jay, when we've been fishing before, have we ever seen another one of these in the ocean?
Like Barrow told you, they're a little rare. So no, you haven't seen one swimming around.
Okay. Ah.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom. You guys have a couple minutes to discuss.
Okay. I mean,
Maybe we could just catch more.
yeah, I think helping Lyris is probably the right thing to do.
It's a milestone, guys.
I think if I think if we can potentially help Lyris, we should try and do that over something that I don't even know if it'll work.
I mean, it could be. I don't know why I'm talking to that. It could be helpful to at least get that potion because we will know what it can do. And then I guess we could just from tomorrow on just try and specifically find that
Okay,
fish.
so what do we think is more important, helping Lyris and like? Because as a character, Ender wants to help. Like Ender would want to help Lyris.
Sure.
That's like what his whole entire thing is. Like he's an He's like from an apothecary. What do you call a person that works in an apothecary, by
Doctor.
the way? Okay.
A
Yeah,
healer.
like a healer. Yeah,
And
like
we
he's
have
a healer.
apothecary.
Like he wants to help people. So like there's an innate thing about Ender that wants to help Lyris if he can. Like even over helping himself escape from prison. So I think Ender would want to like use the fish to help Lyris before he would want to like create the potion to try and escape.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
think that
go ahead, Jason.
I was going to say, we also, I mean, we need more, based on the information we just received, we need more materials and items to go through the pipes because we need something to have like light, a light source, since I don't think any of us even have dark vision. Um,
Yeah, I think
and,
only Perry does.
Perry does.
and also, we don't know if anything in the sewers is poisonous or acidic to us, or is corrosive, or if there's monsters down there.
Right.
So realistically,
But
we need more.
but we do know that we don't have to contend with sharks if we do go that way.
That's true.
Mhm.
That was good information to gather.
So I think personally I would say that we should use the fish to try and help Lyris first.
Okay.
I agree. And another thing is like there are other ways to get that grate open because we know people access the gate, so
Yeah,
we
I
can
still
just
think we should
ambush
try
them
and
or
use
something.
the potion if like that's a potential use for it. We should try and catch fish to see if that's a possibility still.
Yeah, 100%. But I would like to help Lyris because we don't know what he could provide for us.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. So let's ask Misty.
Yeah, if you're back, Jay, we'll ask for the fish oil.
Yeah, all right. I'll process it up real quick for you. As you guys are discussing, she's actually been kind of starting to prep some materials. Um, so after some time and some deliberation, she presses out some of the fish parts. She slices it up rather clean. Um,
Ugh. Pool's cringing as she's doing this.
um,
What is she using to do this? Does she have her own knife?
yep. She pulls it out of like the side of her robe or her rags.
Okay.
And she eventually she has a small little vial of oil that she's pressed out of the fish, and she hands it over to you. The oil itself has kind of formed like almost like a frost on the inside of the glass. All right, there's your oil, boys.
Thank you, Mitzi. Hopefully we'll find more.
Happy to help. Yeah, you bring it on back to me if you find more.
Appreciate it. Well,
Shall we go back and do this now?
yeah. Let's see if we can get it done and help one person before we head in for the night.
Okay. So
Proud, are you walking like in the back of the group?
I, I wasn't planning on any particular position. Why?
Because I wanted to kind of like walk a little bit with you separate from Ender and be like, Actually, first question is: did you tell us the part where he
I,
revealed?
I was not. I was
people-
not planning to. No. So I was planning what Charlie communicated to me, but was planning to leave. But I plan to leave that part out intentionally.
Okay. Well, then I wouldn't know to ask you about anything. Um, I guess I would ask. Did you find out um anything else from Charlie? Maybe like he seemed like he knew more than he let on or something.
He does, and that's the crappy thing. I tried to find out the source of his information, but he didn't budge. He said that if I wanted to know that, I'd have to give him 472 gold pieces. Just so he clearly doesn't want anyone to know.
I mean, he is an info broker, so you're kind of infringing on his business by that. So it makes sense.
It
Um, I understand that you want to know too, but to ask him for how he gets his own business is kind of like him giving you all his contacts and saying, "Here, take my business."
not. I see that, but it's not even. I might not be able to access the same thing he can access, and that's what I'm getting at. I feel, and here, get this. I asked him, how do you get rid of the bands, right? And remember when we asked Zig the same thing? What was the phrase that Zig used?
I mean, he said use a hammer.
Yeah, that's word for word the same thing that Charlie said. I
Maybe there's
feel the
maybe
his
there's it's not them trying to be assholes, or maybe they're just simply saying it because genuinely there's only one way that people know of, and it just happens to be a very aggressive method.
yeah, but I mean, think about it more. They knew that we were working in New Briff, right? None of the guards even knew that. The only person that would have been able to pick up on that would have been Charlie, and somehow Zig knew that.
Well, I mean, it's not strange for Ziggs to want to access information from an info broker, just
No,
like
no,
us, right?
no. I know. That's what I'm saying. Is just that those two are connected, but I think more than just customer to broker.
I don't know. We should take a look, but let's help out Lyris.
Everybody's going to the gutter, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Rithia's still kind of sitting by the fire, which is kind of dwindled now.
Rithia,
Yes.
we we have something that might be able to help our our fiery men, and I'll hold out the fish oil, the cold fish oil.
Oh, is this from the frost minnow that you mentioned earlier?
Yes.
Well, well, I suppose we could try dipping it or soaking the seaweed with it. That might work. Or did you have another idea? She looks at Ender.
Would I have a better idea based on my knowledge?
I mean, the other options. I won't tell you what the best solution is. That's on you. But you do have
Okay.
options. He can drink the oil.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea.
You can place the oil directly on his skin,
Just
or you
rub it
could
like lotion.
soak the seaweed in oil.
Yeah, I
think we
feel
could
like
soak
soaking the
the
seaweed is the best option.
I think you should put the lotion on the skin.
Rithia goes over to her tent and kind of searches around for some stuff. And when she returns, she has a fresh pile of seaweed in her arms.
How much oil is there? Like, is there enough that we could like put some on the seaweed and like keep enough to just put on his skin? Or would we have to go with like one
There's
option
not
or the
a
other?
ton. It's not a very large vial, but you could get probably a decent amount of strands of seaweed. You wouldn't be able to wrap his whole body with it, but you could wrap maybe his head. But if you tried to save some to put like directly on him, you'd probably be wrapping a lot less of his head.
I think we should try soaking the seaweed first. It seems like even if it doesn't work, it would be the less harmful option. Just in case if something were to go wrong.
You are the healer. Whatever's best.
I think we should.
do it.
Yeah, I think we should approach with caution with this. This is not the not the most safe way to approach medicine, but I think it could work.
Isn't all medicine just a result of dumb experiments?
I mean, depends on who the healer is.
I mean, this is basically just patient zero. It'll be fine. This will work.
All right, Rithia, let's try it. See what happens.
She helps you slather some of the strips of seaweed with the fish oil. It's a little cold on your hands, but unless you have a better way of getting it on there, it's kind of what you have to do.
Yeah, I'm willing to deal with the pain if that's what it takes.
Rithia's brought a cloth with her, and she says, once you finish putting it on the seaweed, just wipe it off your hands quickly.
Okay. I don't think we should apply it directly to his head first. Maybe his shoulders to start and see how he reacts to it.
If you apply it to his shoulders, you probably won't have enough to get his head.
Okay. I don't want to apply it to something as sensitive as his head first. I think we should see like how he reacts. And we could potentially catch more fish and cure more areas of his body later.
Potentially. That's up to the dice. Okay, so
What's going on?
I asked Rithia what her opinion is.
she knows about as much as you. She says, it's not something I've ever tried before, but I suppose if the fish does have cold properties and the seaweed has soothing properties, so my best guess is that it might be worth a try. There's really no way any of us can predict. I don't know the nature of the curse on Lyris, and I don't know the nature of... Well, I haven't experimented much with the frost minnow, but...
Well, okay, actually, I mean, the holding the minnow itself doesn't necessarily... It wasn't injuring me when I held it.
If you held it there for, like, maybe, like, 20 seconds, it might have started to hurt.
Yeah. What about when I was applying the oil to the seaweed? Would it have done the same?
By the end of it, your hands were kind of stinging with cold, like as if you were holding them in snow.
Okay.
Not enough to cause any permanent damage, but cold.
All right, I say we apply it to his head and see what happens. I think it has the most. It has the most. Like, it's a little risky, but if it does work, it's gonna be the most soothing to him, and potentially be the most help we can give him. So I think we should do that.
Rithia hands you the rag that she was using to dry her hands off.
Okay. I start walking over to Lyris's.
Lyris, are you awake? As you peer into kind of the tattered tent, you can see actually like some dark scorch marks on the ground around him. But he is kind of half awake. He looks up at you as you enter his tent. Yes. What is it?
We have a potential thing that can help you if you're willing to try it.
What is it?
Well, it's the seaweed that you've been using to help put out the flames. Well, we soaked it in something. It's this fish oil from a minnow. We think it could potentially douse some of the flames, or potentially even stop them from erupting.
I've never tried it before. It's not gonna hurt, is it?
Well, we don't know. That's it's kind of a guessing game, honestly. But it's up to you. If you want to try it, it's a potential thing that could help you. But
Uh,
if it does start hurting, we'll do our best to
I,
stop it.
I
We'll
just
use the cloth to wipe it off.
I just don't want to be in pain anymore.
I mean, I think this is the best chance you have at finding something that can help. So,
Then
but it's up to you.
I,
It's
I
your
guess
decision.
you're both healers, right?
Yeah.
So you would know better than me, but I suppose if you think it'll help me, then I'd like to try it.
I just look at Rithia like with one last reassurance.
She looks hesitant, but still nods at you.
Okay. I take the seaweed and I start applying it to his forehead and around the back of his scalp and everything.
Rithia does the same. So, as you start to wrap it around, he flinches from the cold, but doesn't seem to be in more pain at the moment than he was earlier. He closes his eyes as the cold seaweed hits him, and you can see him almost kind of start to shiver, which is the first time you've ever seen him do that. And he lies there on the ground for a couple seconds after you wrap it. So I'm assuming you're wrapping all of his shoulders, yeah?
Mostly his face and
Okay,
head
you wanted to
area.
go with the face, okay. I just wanted to
Yeah,
clarify.
I would just want to try and see. Even though I think that's a little more dangerous, I think if it succeeds, it's the best option for
Okay.
him. So
So as you start to like unwrap the old seaweed, the dried seaweed on his head, you can see that he kind of has some burns and stuff on his face. His hair is almost entirely white, with some of the ends of his hair are kind of singed. And then you begin to wrap the rest of his head, and you wrap him up similarly, like a mummy, I'm assuming.
yeah,
And
the same way Rithia had before.
he closes his eyes and just kind of sits there in silence for what feels like ages.
I just be patient.
He lies down. He remains lying down, and then all of a sudden he begins to seize. His body kind of wriggles back and forth, his shoulders twisting and his arms and legs flailing.
Rithia, grab his shoulders. I'm gonna try and grab his legs and hold him still.
I'm
It's
gonna rush over to help.
I'm not gonna try and remove the seaweed. I'm just gonna like try and keep him from convulsing.
Where are you grabbing?
I'm grabbing his legs,
Okay.
like right above the knees, like his upper thighs.
I'll assist by holding like down his arms.
Okay, they are very, very warm. Beyond feverish. You felt fevers before, Ender. This isn't that. They're almost scalding to the touch as you try to grab onto him.
Okay, I'm still gonna hold up.
And
Even if I start taking damage, I'm gonna hold on.
Okay. As you grab onto him and try to stop him from moving, the other dried seaweed on his body begins to crack, and then it catches alight.
Okay. Can I talk to him? Like, Lyrus, are you okay?
Hang on one sec. What's going on here? Just wanna. Hang on. Can you hear something playing?
Yeah, I can hear the crackling.
Oh, okay. It's not playing for me for some reason. Do you mind if I just refresh for a sec?
Yes, fine.
I just want to make sure that Roll20 is working. Because it's good that you guys can hear it, but I want the stream to be able to hear it. Okay. I'm just gonna see if it works now. Okay, I can hear it. Can you guys hear it?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so as he starts to seize the dried seaweed on his arms and legs and his kind of lower body, crackles and then bursts into flame as he continues to seize. Your hands are much hotter now, and he still continues to seize.
Okay. Do I notice anything about his head where the seaweed that we wrapped around him was?
His eyes are still shut tight, and his head is kind of going back. Is writhing back and forth.
Okay. But the seaweed isn't like also crackling and turning into flames. is
No,
it?
that's the only part that hasn't started to crackle and turn and burst
Okay.
into flames.
Then I'm gonna just continue to hold him.
Okay.
And try and-
Your hands are starting to burn now. So, are you continuing to hold him?
Yep.
Okay. Then you're gonna take 1 fire damage.
Okay.
His writhing starts to get more and more intense. As he doesn't open his eyes yet, but you can start to hear him kind of cry out in pain. The flames are getting more and more intense now. It almost looks like you're sitting in front of a bonfire now. The heat starts to hit your face, and your hands are starting to blister.
Give him another minute. Let's see what this if this continues or if it gets worse.
Do we not have any more seaweed or something to put on him? The rest of his body, maybe his torso.
Rithia looks at you and says, "That was the last batch that I had."
I've got my dagger. I was like, if we need a mercy killing, last case scenario.
Proud, don't talk like that.
You're almost as bad as Grumpy Man over there earlier talking about killing people.
I'm trying to save him. I don't know if this is working.
Just keep holding him. Let's see if it calms down.
The fire is way more intense now. In fact, it's starting to spread to the tent that you're in.
Bring him outside. Bring him out of the tent. Somewhere where nothing else can catch on fire.
Oh god.
Can I go
He's-
to the pegs
he's
of the tent,
convulsing.
pull them off, and try and like lift the tent off? Because there's no way we're gonna be able to move a
Yeah.
burning man.
Yeah, it's a tattered tent, so you be able to kind of toss it to the side.
Okay.
Um,
I continue to try and hold him still.
what direction do you throw the tent? This way? This way?
Is it possible to throw it behind me?
Yeah, there's kind of a wall back there, but
Yeah, I'll just kind of pull it back towards the wall then,
Sure.
I guess.
all right. Okay, so the tent is out of the way now, and Lyrus's seizing has become more intense. The fire now is straight up a bonfire. Every part of him except his head is engulfed in flames. Ender, you are taking a lot of damage now, just so you know, if you don't let go. It is now just straight up a fire.
How much damage?
3rd degree burns on your hands.
Ooh.
Alright, I let go.
Okay. So you're letting go of his legs, yeah?
Yeah.
Then
But I'm moving back towards his head near Rithia.
over here.
Yeah, like I want to move this way.
All right.
If his head isn't engulfed in flames, I'm gonna try and like at least hold his head still so it's not like thrashing all over the place.
Rithia also kind of begins to move back because you can see that there are burns on her hands as well. Fox, what do you do? Hello?
Nick?
Nick may not be.
Sorry, he got up for a second.
That's okay. Okay. I'm assuming he's probably not going to hold on to the bonfire. But we'll ask him when he comes back. So now that you guys have kind of begun to let go, the rest of Lyrus's body is now flailing around. His arms are kind of moving. You have to.
Sorry, you had a question for me?
Yeah. Did you want to keep holding Lyrus as he's now on fire?
It's like 3rd-degree burns level.
Yeah. It's just straight up open flame, like a bonfire now. It'd be like putting your
Ender?
hands into a bonfire.
Ender and Rithia already let go.
Well, yeah. Well, I moved to where his head is, and where their flames aren't like engulfing his body.
Your hands are still really warm on his head because it's still a fire. But
I'll step back, but if he tries to like move his bandages, I'm going to move back onto him.
okay. So the rest of his body is now flailing. Ender, you kind of have to dodge his arm every once in a while as it begins to kind of swing towards you, uncontrollably.
Feeling his face where the seaweed is, does it feel like there's still moisture there from the oil?
Yep, the seaweed is moist and cool, but from under it, you can feel like an intense heat.
Okay.
The seaweed is what used to be freezing your hands is now just mildly cool.
Okay, I'm gonna continue to try and hold him still as much as possible.
Okay. Lyrus's eyes open, and they are now pure white and glowing. And he stops flailing. All at once, he just stops seizing and lies still with his eyes open, staring at the sky.
Lyrus, can you hear me?
No response.
I look at Rithia, and then I look back at Lyrus.
She looks worried, but she's like hesitating. She has no idea what to do.
Is his body still engulfed in flames even though he's still?
Yes.
Well, I let go of his head because he doesn't need to be held anymore.
Okay. As you two let go of his head, he sits up. His usual kind of hunched over fetal position, pain position that he was in is no more. He's just sitting straight.
Lyrus,
He's staring off in this direction. He doesn't respond.
Do you know the body that's on the ground, Lyrus?
He doesn't respond.
Is your real name Lyrus?
No response, but he stands up.
Might want to give him plenty of space.
yeah, I kind of back up
Yeah.
some.
Now the fire has kind of spread up his body to his neck, and it's begun to kind of sear the edges of the bandages on his head. They're starting to blacken.
Buddy, are you feeling better?
No response.
Okay.
Does he happen to speak a different language?
He has spoken common.
But
before.
like,
Eh.
but like now that he's like disoriented, like maybe he like forgot who he is and now he speaks a different language. Can I like roll for that? Like, because he's like not responding.
I'm gonna
I mean, you can try and talk in a different language.
Jay. I'm gonna try to speak in primordial to
Okay.
him,
Okay.
and I'm gonna ask him, can you hear me? Are you okay? Do you understand me?
No response. He takes a couple steps forward.
God, getting out of his way.
I just look up at the sun.
When you said forward, he's going like towards the water.
This way. He just kind of he stood up and took a couple steps forward
Does
from
he
where he
look
was facing.
coherent at all, or is he just like blankly staring straight?
He hasn't looked at any of you. He's just staring straight in this direction. That's
Okay,
about
when he
it.
starts walking forward, I run around and I grab this tent and like pull it out of the way.
Okay, that's pretty easy to do.
I just rip it out and toss it over here, and then I back up again.
Okay. So now the bandages on his head have fully blackened. The fire has now engulfed his head as well. All you can see through the silhouette of the flame is two white glowing eyes.
Just give him some space.
Ender, do you know anything about this? I mean,
I have no idea what's going on.
think. There's got to be like something maybe you've studied, read, heard about. A man doesn't catch on fire normally, or ever.
Does anything in my background, like,
Does anything give you any sort of hints or anything? Is that what you're asking?
yeah, like, okay, so, yeah, basically.
You've never seen anything like this before. You've seen like minor spirit possessions of people who claim that they got possessed by spirits. Didn't look like this. You've seen people with burns before, not this. You've seen people with like minor curses, but not this.
He's okay, just back up. Give him some space.
He is not okay.
Did I ever hear any tales of this back where I'm from?
No, this is nothing you would have heard of in Nikomura.
Any stories I've heard of as a member of a crew?
No, nothing.
I look at Omter, what's he doing?
Omter is just kind of like trying not to look at what's happening.
Rithia, you've never seen this before? This is new?
Vithia looks stunned and she says, no.
Okay, that...
Can I go ask like these people? Can I be like, oh hello, Mr. Reyes, the Burning Man, he is like acting all weird. Do you know someone who can speak to him?
Who are you talking to, sorry?
This guy.
Brinks.
He's facing, Brinsk is facing the wall and he just says, fire? Who's cooking?
Oh man. And then I walk away from him and is this door closed? Is there even a door?
It's closed. It's kind of like a half a door, but it's closed.
Oh, can I knock? Can I be like, hello, we kind of need some help. There's some issue going on here, and I was just wondering if anybody can help.
You can kind of see through the broken parts of the door that Gelendrander is inside, and he's just kind of walking in circles, and you can hear him muttering under his breath.
Useless.
I'm just gonna kneel down on the ground and start praying to Bravo.
Got it.
Just like, please give me some direction here. I don't know if what I'm doing is right or if I can help him. Please let me know what the right thing to do is.
Lyris, he was standing straight and staring off in the distance. He begins to kind of reach out his arms, almost as if he's like stretching, like he just woke up above him. And then he begins to look around.
Oh no. Okay, guys. I mean, look, at this point, this isn't a mercy kill. This is self-defense. If he comes near any of us with intent. I've got my knife ready.
So his eyes are pure white, and you can see them through the flame. And he opens his mouth and begins to speak. Luva imuri, luva dume. Who attempts to quench my fire?
What language is that?
You don't recognize it.
Does anyone does any of us understand the language? Like, do we
Nope,
hear that?
I'm not gonna understand that language.
Ender does not. Periwinkle, nope. Omtur, no. Proudpool, no. Rithia, definitely not.
So we don't hear the common part. We just hear the.
No, you hear the common part.
Oh, I'm gonna point my finger over at Ender.
I'll walk up and I'll face him directly. And I'll say, "It is my fault. I misunderstood what was wrong, and I saw a human in pain, and I thought the lack of fire would soothe his pain. I am sorry. I don't understand what you are."
The figure takes a step towards you, and the heat is intense. It's as if you are walking into an open furnace, like back when you were a blacksmith. And the figure just stares deep into your eyes, and then steps away from you. Not you.
It was me. I like step into his area.
Okay. The edges of your robes are beginning to singe, and you can kind of feel your face start to ache from the fire. He stares directly at you.
I did it with pure intentions. I wasn't trying to harm you.
The figure actually kind of looks around, and you see the eyes kind of dim for a second. It looks around. What's happening? And then the eyes light up again. Pure intent or not, why do you seek to quench my flame?
Only because it was causing pain.
All flame causes pain.
I disagree. And then I point up at Brava. That flame brings life.
Okay. All right. Interesting. The figure looks up at the sun and says, "What? The old sun lady?"
Yes.
Her fire is weak.
I disagree. Her fire is strong.
The figure takes another step towards you, and you're blasted with another burst of flame.
Okay, do I take damage?
Yes.
Okay.
You take
How
four
much?
fire damage.
Oh shit, okay. I step back.
Tell me, little one, have you ever felt a flame like that?
You don't scare me.
Okay. The figure takes another step towards you.
Okay, I step back instinctually. Everyone else
Why-
back up.
Fox,
Why are you with this man?
I
Fo- are
tell
you-
everyone to back up.
yeah, Fox, are you standing still, or what are you doing?
I'm gonna stand still.
Okay, 4 fire damage. You can feel your eyebrows start to singe, and your face is kind of throbbing with the heat. The figure
Why is this man so important to you?
important. Curious question. He is not.
Then why do you use his body? I don't understand.
Use his body. I am him, and he is me.
It seems like there are two of you. Why are you split? Is there something that can make you whole?
I am already whole.
Hey, buddy. I mean, do you even want to be here? Like, this looks like you're possessing him, and you know, do you even want to be here in this mortal realm?
The figure looks around and kind of settles on you, proud.
Hey,
Where is here?
specifically Gran Lorien. That you're in a prison for mortals.
It looks around at its surroundings some more and says, "A mortal prison?
Yeah.
Why do you not simply leave?"
There's other mortals that are keeping us in here.
We
And you
have
allow them to?
bracelets. They keep us and our lives in check. If we leave, we could lose our lives.
And does that
actually,
scare you, little one?
not scary, but actually, that's one of the reasons we didn't mean to quench the flame, but we thought if we quench the flame, we may be able to escape. So, in a way, we're trying to be free of this mortal prison while we might have accidentally tried to free you from from when you were dormant.
Free me?
Well, I don't look. I don't know. Look, you're. We've never seen like this guy before. I mean, when I first saw him, I threw a bucket of water on him. I thought that would help.
I remember.
Oh.
I remember the
Yeah.
boy's pain. You caused that.
On accident. On accident. No ill intention.
Can I ask who I'm speaking to? Like, can I ask him like, are you still Laris, the Burning Man? Who am I speaking to?
Lyris, was that his name?
Yes, the cute little boy who is burning. His name was Lyris, and I got it wrong all the time because I called him Flame Man.
Oh shit.
What is your name?
The flames grow as hot as they've ever been. Fox, are you stepping back?
Yeah, I'll step back a bit.
Probably smart.
Rithia. I'm like trying to make a motion for her to back away or at least get
Sorry,
closer
she's
to-
on the layer below him, so it's a little hard there. Who asked that question? Sorry.
It was Perry.
Oh.
All right.
I want to know.
The figure turns to face you and says, "You speak to the eternal flame. You speak to Imus himself."
Do I recognize that name?
You've heard it in passing. It's the god of
Yeah,
fire.
Yeah,
That's what?
The god of
God of
fire.
God of fire.
that's the god of fire. We just angered a god.
Excuse me, sir. I'm like really bad with names. I mean, Your Majesty. I just want you to know that everyone has secrets about their past, and I am also haunted, and I wish someone would help me. So we were trying to help poor little boy Lyris, and didn't realize that you were also poor little boy Lyris, but not poor little boy because you're a little scary right now. I'm sorry, Your Majesty. And then I like look away.
What do you want from us?
I don't want anything from you. You summoned me.
I have a question for you, Jay.
Yep.
From the gods and stuff, is this a realm where they freely are around, or are they separate from Gran Lorraine?
So commonly most people refer to like the place where gods dwell. Like as a mortal to you, you would see that as like the divine realm. So separate, like a different plane of existence, basically.
And from what little I probably know of the Eternal Flame, is he supposed to be here in the human realm?
No.
Why are you not in the divine realm? What keeps you here?
Little flickering embers like yourselves, tampering with my god chosen.
I'm
How
sorry,
can we fix it?
with his what? Did he say his godhood?
God
Is God
chosen.
What do you mean you're God chosen? Is this man? This is your link, yes?
This boy is blessed with fire, and you seek to put it out.
What can we do to help? What if we escaped with him and kept him safe?
He is blessed by fire. He is already saved. Simply don't
Yes.
attempt to quench his fire, and the two of us will have no more further problems.
You won't have problems with us, God. But there are other humans who may not be so willing to listen. We do not wish to anger you further.
All listen before the fire.
Just letting you know, there's people in here that have put him in this area. You might look around. This is the worst part.
He looks
of
around.
this mortal prison. Only one person here was tending to him, not to quench the fire, but just to make him more comfortable in his freedom. To not inflict pain.
Look at me, little water being.
Yeah, that's what I am.
Do you presume that I am not also feeling the burn of the flame?
I guess now I assume so.
Such is the way. All in flames, as all should be.
Right. So if we promise not to quench the flame, not to quench his flame, I mean, what are you gonna do?
I'm not going to do anything.
Okay. That sounds reasonable.
Lyrus's flame is his own, at least for now.
Okay.
Can he control flames like you?
Lyrus is no god, if that's what you're asking.
No, but he will never be as strong as you, but does he have the potential to move flames to some level?
Lyrus already moves the flames.
Wait, how did he become this vessel of yours? Or I don't know the right term, but just how did he get himself into this?
He was born this way.
Oh. So, did you choose him?
In a sense.
Is there a way to soothe the flame so he's not always burning, so he can greater understand his purpose?
The fire grows hot again. I am always burning, little one. Is there a problem with that?
No, but I think he's curious. Like, what's your purpose with Lyris? I mean, are you trying to help spread the word of Innis, or because he hasn't moved for a long time? I'm just curious. As I just am befuddled by what purpose he has to you, what use he has to you. And I know you mentioned, you said he didn't have any use to you, but what's the point of this?
Point?
The reason. The why.
Do you ask the fire why it burns?
I'm asking the fire god why.
Because it can.
We made a mistake. We won't do it again.
Good. My time in your plane grows short. I grow tired of the coolness of the air. Lyris, you hear Lyris actually start to cough. And he looks around for a moment. The eyes aren't glowing anymore.
Is the fire still going? That ring of fire? Oh no. Oh.
It's dwindled, but it's
Lyris, are you okay? You got some fire guarding you. Are you aware of that?
Lyris doesn't seem to be aware of any of you. He's looking around, and then all of a sudden the fire gets very, 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 very hot, and then goes out. And then Lyris falls to the ground.
Hello, Lyris, are you okay?
He doesn't answer.
Guys, he like fell back asleep or something.
I gotta check him to see if he's breathing.
Very, very, very slightly. His skin is almost entirely burns now.
Okay. If there's any seaweed left on his head, I...
Absolutely not.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't think so. But...
Do his bracelets look damaged?
Nope, that's probably the only thing that isn't damaged.
Ow! What?
Are you okay, Rithia?
She just looks. She still has the same stunned look on her face, and she's like, "I have no idea what any of that was."
That was a god. And that was something we should never mess with again.
Not only is it a god, it knows of your god very well, it seems.
Okay, I have a question.
Out of character, or
Yeah, out of character.
go ahead.
How do Brava and this fire god get along? Like, are they opposed to each other?
That's not information for mortals to know.
Okay. I didn't know if that was...
Yeah, no worries. That's
relevant.
fine to ask that, but that's not something I can tell you.
Good question to ask 5 seconds ago.
Proud, the ends of your seaweed hair are kind of getting crispy and crunchy.
Nope, nope, nope. Get those out. Get those out. Get those out.
No, they're not on fire. They're just a little dry.
This feels weird. I don't like this feeling.
Yeah, it's not a feeling you're used to. Your whole skin feels dry and a little itchy.
Oh God, is this what you guys go through? Oh, ugh.
I walk up a little ways to look down towards like Rumbler's Row. Does anyone else seem to have gotten attention from this going on?
You can't really see anybody. The bookie's kind of hanging out in front of his door, but he doesn't seem to have noticed anything.
Okay.
So we're leaving him alone, right?
Goddamn. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what to think anymore.
I kind of want to talk to him again as him and not as Imis. But I'm concerned, obviously.
Prithia, I don't think it's safe to put the seaweed on him anymore.
I suppose.
Even if it does cause him pain, I don't know if it's safe for you to do it.
I guess I agree.
Can I recall if the first time that Proud and I met him, were his eyes white
No,
like this?
no.
Holy fuck, dude! We did like the least intrusive thing with the with the fucking oil. Like, what if we had just made him swallow that shit, dude? He would have like just killed us all, probably.
That would have been very bad.
I'm glad we didn't feed it to him.
I mean, who knows what could have happened?
Ender, your hands are blistered, and Fox, the edges of your facial hair are singed, and you feel like you have like almost like a bad sunburn on your face.
Are you two okay? I mean, Ender, you were pretty much on fire.
Yeah, it's all right.
I mean, we need a. I mean, you know more about healing than I do. What do we need to do to help you, man?
I mean, it's just a few blisters; they'll heal.
Rithia is kind of searching around in her tent again, and she pulls out a couple kind of strips of cloth. And she says, if you soak these in water and then wrap your hands with them, it should help.
I look at my hands that are blistered. I just like point to Proud to hold the cloth.
Yeah, I'll get the cloth.
I appreciate the gesture, though.
She hands the cloth to Prabhu.
Appreciate that.
Rithia, do you think you'll be okay staying here and watching him?
I have no idea what to think, but he seems to be quiet for now. He's not dead, so whatever happened probably hasn't put his life in danger, but
Is this body just like charred as shit?
it is completely charred. It's
Okay.
almost ash now.
Rithia, has he ever spoken more than a few words?
No, just minor conversations, but more just about how he was doing that day and how he was feeling, but never anything regarding this.
The next time he wakes, can you ask him if he knows or remembers what just transpired, and let us know next time if he says anything at all.
I will.
It's probably getting late. We should probably leave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's getting towards the evening, but if you guys don't want to like go to bed, if you want to kind of do one more thing today, we can end the session right here, and then do whatever you want to do next time.
I feel like I've had enough scrapes with deities today. I'm ready to go back. Or go to the ocean, dip the cloth in the ocean for Ender's wounds, and then be done.
Okay.
Well, okay. Is there a place that I know of? Like, can I go to Millicent and dip the cloth in fresh water instead of salt water? I feel like that would be.
I mean, there's Millicent's well.
Yeah, I feel like if we dipped it in salt water, it would be pretty painful.
It would be.
So how about we head back to the well and we'll wet the cloth there.
I'm fine with that.
As we're heading back, there was something I wanted to try, Jay, but that's not until the fish market.
Okay, I'll bring you to the fish market. Hang on, you gotta go to Zigtown for a sec. Okay. Meat markets.
Is there an alleyway next to our house, like in
I'm missing.
between our house and Barrow's, or is the only alleyway in front of Barrow's house?
There's some tight alleyways. Not enough to really. You'd have to walk sideways to get down them. But they end pretty far in the distance in a wall.
While they're doing that, if the guard isn't looking, or can I wait till he's not? Can I
Yeah.
like slide in and I want to see if I can scale up the wall.
You going over here?
Can I do the other one?
Which one? Over here? Or over here? Okay. Yeah, that one's even tighter.
Whichever one, if it's more likely to do on the wider one, that's fine.
Yeah, describe how you're gonna climb up then, because it's basically like a kind of a rough brick wall.
I can't turn chest to the wall, right? I'm only sideways.
You can only really be sideways. Your shoulders will hit both sides of the wall if you turn the other way.
Okay, so I'll push my back against the wall, and I'm going to put both hands in front of me, and I'm going to try and push off with my legs and just kind of shimmy my way up slowly.
Okay. Let's do an acrobatics check. See if you can pull this little maneuver off.
$19.
Yep, that'll do it. All right. So you kind of use that technique to push yourself up as high as you can go. And you reach sort of the edge of the slats on the ceiling, or on the roof of the house, and you can kind of grab and pull yourself up. So now you are up here.
Okay, and can I see the manor
Yeah,
from this
so
position now?
off to the north, you see that wall that you could see before that kind of blocks off the alley. And then past that wall is a very large looking building that you assume to be the same one that you could see from the warden, the guards kind of quarters.
Like the same wall that's at the end of the alley is the same wall that's dividing the manor from the rest of the.
The wall seems to
area
run
that we're-
all the way around the manor.
Right, but there's not like the wall that he just shimmied next to, and then like another wall that's past the houses. It's like the same wall that's dividing the manor and the.
Well,
area
where he is right now, where you are, Fox, is the wall is like way down the way.
Okay.
And it's a wall that kind of runs like from here all the way along like that direction. And sort of it blocks off kind of the yard of the big manor. And in between you and where the manor is, there's like several more of similar looking buildings that you have to climb across.
Okay. Um,
While you're doing that, does the other people want to go to the well?
Yeah, I'm assuming that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Um,
Hey, Brad, can you control water and get?
Yep.
Well,
Sorry.
actually, I don't know
Oh,
if you
there
should.
I am.
Yeah, I just have to see it. So I'm gonna look
Well,
down
yeah,
the well.
I know. I look at the guard to make sure. Is he looking at us?
not really. He's fiddling around with the wagon.
Okay, just to be careful, I'm gonna like try and block as much of Proud as I can while he does this.
Okay.
I'm gonna look in the well, use shape water, come up, and then with the other hand, I have the cloth in the other hand. I'm gonna just put the cloth inside the water so that it's completely wet.
Okay.
And then as soon as that happens, I'm gonna drop the water and then
Yeah,
put
I'll just hold out my hands. so
put
he
the
can wrap.
cloth, and wrap.
So as you start rapping, the guard sees you guys kind of peering over the well, and he goes, "I wouldn't jump in there if I were you."
Ah, what's down there?
Well, not much, just water, but it's hard to motivate the guards to come and get you, you know? So we might just
Huh.
leave you down there.
Huh.
We were looking
No.
to see if it was a wishing well. Maybe some corners in there.
Well, you tell me if you find out if it's a wishing well.
Will do.
Start walking back.
So as you return back to the square, you can see Fox up on the roof.
What the hell is he doing? Oh, I'm not.
is there like a wall? Not a wall. Is there a door or an opening at the manor that I can see, or would I have to get pretty close?
You'd have to get close to actually see like any details, but you can see like vaguely some windows.
And I presume I'd probably have to like jump over to another house.
Yeah, you'd have to make a couple jumps to get there.
How
But
far apart are the houses?
they're not they're about as far apart as these ones, so it's not a hard jump.
Okay.
Maybe
Yeah.
about this kind of distance there.
I would like to do it, but if you want to save that for next week, that's fine.
I do.
Or next
We've already been
session.
going for 3.5 hours, so
Yeah.
before we get into something, I'd rather just end it here. But you guys have been through quite a lot. So as you guys kind of finish off here, everybody levels up.
Nice.
So it's a pretty straightforward jump from 1 to 2, but Ender, you can pick out some more spells and stuff. So
No big deal. Just had a conversation with a god of fire.
I can pick out a bunch of more spells that I can't use. This is so fun, guys.
It's a little bit cruel, yeah, but
Oh my god, I can actually dodge something now.
congrats.
Now and I can actually talk more crap.
All right, so that's where we'll end then. So you guys can level yourselves up on D&D Beyond.
I can roll my hit points, right?
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean-
are we doing that right now?
Well, we haven't done rolls for the rest of your character, so it's just gonna be a default value.
Okay. That's fine.
So yeah, you guys can level up in between streams. And then just, I guess specifically Ender, let me know so I can take a look at your spells, because I like to be up to date on what you guys know.
Okay.
Don't rangers get spells level 2?
What's that?
Rangers, don't they get spells at level 2?
Mm,
I think they do, yeah.
yeah, I believe, maybe. I don't know. I'll look into it. Yeah. So level up in between, and tell me when you're done, and I'll take a look at it just so I can read your character sheets over.
Done.
And
Also
you had a
done.
lot of options, didn't you?
Pretty sure I just fixed mine. I think.
Hey, I finally get key points.
Oh man, I'm so glad I gasped for my holy symbol.
Yeah, I already fixed mine.
It actually just like allows me to do my channel divinity when I wouldn't be able to.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Jay,
Yeah.
if we just want to do some more research for your Anvil Forge page,
Yeah.
can you link it back in the Discord chat or
Yeah. I'll send you guys the link again.
yeah, because I'm trying to remember what I read about Immos.
I can kind of give you the rundown. I actually read it just a minute ago.
Wow, mid-session research.
I wasn't gonna use anything. I was just really, really curious.
Yeah. I trust you guys. I know you wouldn't do that, but plus anything that I really don't want you to know is not on there.
Oh, there's stuff you don't want us to know.
Of course, you have like maybe like I don't know 8% of the information on the world temple.
All right.
Okay, I have a question about magic.
Yeah.
So I know I can't cast a spell just like innately.
Mm-hmm.
Does that also apply to ritual spells?
I don't. Have you tried a ritual spell?
I have not tried a ritual spell.
Maybe something to find out then.
Okay. It's probably gonna hurt me.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I do get spells
Yeah.
after I do level 2.
Yeah.
So how does that affect me? Because I got silver bracelets.
No, you don't have silver
Or
bracelets.
sorry, bronze bracelets. No silver bracelets.
I guess we'll find out.
I don't like the way you said that, and now I feel like I have to do extensive research just to combat the way you said that.
I will.
I
don't
think
say
we
as a
just need to go
ranger-
like another 30 minutes, maybe an hour.
I will say as a ranger, you don't
You
you
have
don't
work
start.
tomorrow.
Well, I mean, you don't have equipment anyway. You make sure that like if you are casting a spell, Jenny, that you have either the material components or it doesn't require material components, because that'll affect like whether you can cast or not, even without bracelets.
Well, I mean, I only have like a select few that are actually useful. Most of them are kind of like weapons related, which is not, at all beneficial to me right now.
Yeah.
I will look.
Yeah, that is something to consider when picking your spells. But other than that, that was a fun session. There was a lot of different places that could have gone, and I think it turned out pretty interesting.
Are we gonna know what would happen if we had him drink the liquid?
No.
No.
Yeah, we would have died.
Dude, no, what if we try it again? Like, just try it
Yeah,
again.
because that's a good option.
Look,
But this time we're more prepared. We're level 2.
yeah.
I will. I will say this is embarrassing to say, but in the middle of that whole thing, I definitely thought, oh well, Grimwald or Griswold will be happy if we set
Yeah.
fire in the area.
I thought that too, man. I was like, hey, maybe this is like the opportunity we just burn down the fucking sewer or the gutter, man.
Oh my god, guys. I kept on thinking. I was like, do I dare just like tell the god, hey, there's a sewage pipe over there and we need a light source to get out of here. So you asked about getting out. Why don't you help us?
Ask the god of fire to be your candle.
Please help.
Screw
I
that.
mean-
Kill the warden for us.
I was trying to get there with hey, so and so are imprisoning them, and he just did not care.
You guys,
Oh, okay.
you guys are
I
always
almost wanted to
so.
run to guard.
You guys are always so casual with whatever I throw at you. It's so funny. Proudpool just trying to strike up conversation with the god of fire.
I was trying to be like genuinely serious about it.
I in true periwinkle fashion, I panicked
I mean,
Fox,
Somebody help!
I was
Fox
very
is always
scared.
serious.
I was very scared about what was gonna happen.
I was like genuinely concerned, but also like being defensive. Like, fuck you, man. Bravo's a better god than you. What the fuck?
I thought that one would work on you.
Well, that was a good session, guys.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
All right.
Okay, I have my spells chosen.
My other players from my other campaign were watching this, and they seemed like they had a lot of fun watching. So
Oh, that's cool.
they said that you guys play your characters well. So
They
Uh,
probably also said that Fox is their favorite. I'm sure.
of course, and they were also very impressed with your extensive planning that you did.
Yep. And in regular D&D fashion, we went and threw it all to shit to try and save someone.
Let's all remember whose idea it was to not put the freaking fish down that dude's throat. Like Fox, oh, it doesn't matter if we kill him.
Hey, look, I was just trying to spark ideas.
Spark
Pun
ideas,
intended.
yeah.
You're welcome. I am assisting. I am helping ignite the flame in your hearts.
Shut
Okay,
up.
okay, that's intentional.
You can sleep outside.
Sorry, did I give you a 3rd-degree burn?
Oh my god.
You hear what I have to live with?
the
Roasted.
the butterfly effect that I kept thinking about was after you guys burned your hands and you were like, let's go back to the well. I kept thinking about what would have happened if Periwinkle had thrown the fish down the well.
Oh my gosh.
I wanted
Just like
to. They wouldn't
freeze
let
all of our drinking water.
I really wanted to. Dude, it's the perfect plan. The guards won't be around. They'll be like, oh, it's so gross.
Wait, which fish?
The
The
stink
stinky
fish.
fish.
The stinky fish?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh god,
should-
that would have been like
Old fashioned, I should have worn it as a necklace.
The chat says that they like the guy with perfect hair.
let's see.
Oh, right. Well, the problem is we have no idea which guy that is. Could have been any of us.
Well, he doesn't have perfect hair anymore.
Oh, it's good.
I know that's truly the most devastating loss of the session was the crispy kelp.
I think the most profound thing we found out was my real name.
Exactly. Yeah, I was.
Dude,
The
I
problem
cracked
is we didn't find out. Only one person
Yeah, that's true.
knows.
You didn't even hear my joke. I was like, Ender's Game? Like, is that your real name?
Oh god.
And then you said lavender, and then I cracked up even more.
You better not let Fox know your name's Lavender. You're gonna get all kinds of shit.
Dude, that's just like step 1 of my family tree. You don't even know.
What's next, Lilac?
You like I said, you don't know.
Oh,
Oh my god, am I related to you, Ender? Because my name's Periwinkle? Plot twist!
Isn't Perry? Oh well, I thought you were gonna go with the spruce joke. Periwinkle's just a color, right?
No, it's a flower.
I know.
She's only half elf, so maybe somewhere down the line.
Okay, I'm gonna end the stream for everybody else, but I still want to talk to you guys, because I have some stuff that everybody else shouldn't hear, but you guys are allowed to hear it. So I'm gonna end the stream. Thanks for playing, everybody. Thanks for watching, you guys. Their stream is gonna be on Sunday if anybody feels like watching that.
What time? Sunday.
6:30 p.m. For me, so EST.
Okay, so
It's time
5:30.
that we start doing like the ad. Hi, this is Periwinkle. In today's break, we are going to advertise the new keychain that we have online.
Okay. So thank you for watching, you guys. I'm gonna end the stream right here. But fresh meat, stick around.
Yeah.